the burial of Grant.
I tell you what I need.
Why don't you sort of turn that way, like Kate Winslet?
No, it's not like got my back against you
But
guys.
this is
Like,
alright,
that's
that's okay.
This
Maybe
feels
You
like
have
an
to
open
show-
casket.
I think it's
I tell you what I need, a cushion. My head. Rob, can you chuck me a little
I
cushion?
did a little
Cushion.
bit.
That's the one, yeah.
It's like you're just gonna
We're here today.
Beautiful.
We gather here today
do
to
this.
Oh, yeah,
the
that's fine.
passing of Grant.
Okay, everyone.
Oh, are we live already?
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
already know.
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
yeah, yeah. Okay, let's go. All my chin's at this angle. Okay.
You look gorgeous in that hoodie, Grant. There we go.
Oh, thank you very much. Okay, yo. It's your boy, Seafoam Soldier, here today to
People
talk
are
about
online.
who's online. Someone's here. Hello.
Of course it's here.
Thanks. No, he says. Oh, you actually you make it.
It's
Back.
just
You
Rob
made
in the
it.
corner.
Hey, cuz you alright?
This week.
How's everyone doing? We're here today to have a little stream.
Just a little one.
Let's introduce ourselves. Well, yes, we've got food coming.
Pickle.
Let's introduce ourselves. First of all,
It's Da M Closet.
yeah, we've got
It's Floppy Bob.
we've got
It's Horace CIO.
IOU.
oh yeah, and
Oh my god, it's cystitis.
for the infected. yeah,
Bring back cystitis.
Justice for Society.
Yeah.
Justice for
we're
cystitis.
gonna.
And we have Rob's knees and foot.
Yeah, there might be some
Oh yeah.
a special cameo from some.
Hey.
No!
It also
No, you're
looks like
fine.
we're tilted, like the room's sliding.
Oh, the camera's not even. That's why.
I love it. It's
Sorry.
great. Let's keep the
The whole
illusion.
sofa is just going to slowly go that way.
Into Rob. This is like the Titanic.
It's a little bit. I'm already quite warm. Okay, so I'm thinking what we're gonna do is actually should we recap episode 1 first or go to
No,
episode
we
2 then
haven't
1?
just watched the. No, it's not.
Okay, let's go 2 first
Too
then.
late, too late.
No.
So
We can make references to it. I guess.
no cause. Okay, so
Not
he's not part of the stream. He's bowed down.
Nice feet.
Okay.
Here
Whose
we
feet,
go.
whose feet are on
So
show?
it begins.
Rob's.
No, cause is coming
Oh.
after you and your feet. Cause no.
I thought you meant Grant.
Yeah, look at these beauties.
Oh no. That's just
Okay.
So we're doing episode 2 only with references to episode 1.
No references ever. Instead, what we're gonna
And so
do?
it's going,
I was thinking, I had a plan. At the end, let's go through all the queens from episode 1 and just give
Okay,
a thoughts on
yeah,
them.
yeah,
Like,
yeah, that sounds right.
That's why it's my stream. Okay, so what we're gonna do, we'll go through the
Yeah, yeah.
episode and then I've written some notes as always, and if you have anything you want to add, then of value, then feel free to do so. But also the chat as well. Same thing
He
goes
hasn't
for
watched
you.
it though.
Same thing goes
Or
for
is it the
you.
first episode, maybe?
Yeah.
Of course, you need to watch the stream.
I think that was about first episode.
Yeah.
Oh,
We were talking about,
okay.
should we do it? So, it wasn't that good. I preferred this episode.
Yeah, well, there was more to this episode than the previous
Way
one.
more interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, so my first note is
Silence.
silence. So it begins with Widow like figuring out that there may be some other contestants or something, right? She's
Yeah.
like,
Wow.
Nancy Drew.
Wow.
Yeah.
that's
So
the
clever.
truth. She's like,
Wait,
yeah.
did you say widow?
Yeah, at the very beginning of the episode.
Widow.
Widow's like, look, guys, I've got a
What are you talking
feeling.
about?
I wonder
episode
if there's more than 6.
No, the
Yeah.
beginning of the
It's
episode,
the beginning was the-
we get them coming back to the workroom.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
I'm
Oh,
Widow's got a theory.
oh, she got a theory.
She's got a
Yeah,
theory.
she is.
Very-
She's
she's
not
very
afraid to
clever.
share. Yeah.
Very wisdomous.
Will she? Is she right or isn't she right? Only time will tell.
I think she was being a bit cocky because she just won the episode.
Yeah.
Carlos wants to know whether we're going to bring up Sherry Pie, but I don't know what you're talking about. I think
Yeah.
Sherry Pie
Sherry
FTW.
Pie was fine.
I loved her.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's-
no, we
that's
will,
whatever.
we will. Okay, so let's go through the entrances, and not just the looks, like everything about the entrance, kind of thing, you know.
Yeah.
So first of all, we had Roku. What do you guys think?
Fucking loved this.
Yeah.
I didn't love her entrance look, but I really liked her.
I actually didn't
Yeah.
love her entrance that much, but I really warmed to her throughout the episode.
Yeah.
I agree with Dan. That's kind of how I feel as well. I really like the look, though, because it's kind of like magical girl, like
Yeah.
gone a bit wrong.
It's a bit obvious though, like,
Um,
I'm doing stuff based on that manga and anime. Like, well, of course you are.
Yeah,
Like, okay.
I
Like,
think
we've kind of seen it all before.
like this note will also like apply to her runway looks as well for me. But I feel like her makeup doesn't work with a lot of her looks personally.
Right, so I have a theory about the makeup. I do wish that her makeup wasn't so reminiscent of Trixie and Kimchi, but I've observed that she has a very broad, manly nose, and I think that's why she
Does
chooses that makeup.
Interesting. Okay.
Because if you look at her as a boy, she has this big like boxer nose
Mhm.
Yeah.
kind of thing, like
Mhm.
almost like black man's nose.
Mhm.
So that's why I think she does that makeup.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't be surprised, but I feel like it doesn't work very well with some of her looks. But so for me, like I like Tarantulas' look, but the makeup really put me off personally.
To me, it's more of a we've seen this with Trixie Mattel.
Yeah, that's true.
Kimchi.
That's true. I agree
That's
with that
more
as
my
well.
problem with it.
Coles, don't worry, we do know about
Yeah,
the
we
Sherry
will,
thing.
guys. Yeah, of course, we will talk about that. We're joking.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, Sherry has been.
Spoilers.
Brand new information.
Oh my
I
god.
definitely didn't make a massive moral conflict of the episode when you kind of like her. And then
No.
Wait, cause
No,
what?
no.
What?
Rob, show me your feet again.
Calming down. He needs to be calmed. So I was gonna say, yeah, like she was a lot during her entrance, right? Like she's obviously like excited, but she, like
I
kind
think
of
she's gonna be a
annoying.
lot during the show.
Yeah.
So do I. But I was kind of surprised by that because again, I don't know, I did warm to her throughout the episode. She was like Silky. Like Silky was too much the whole way through.
I don't think she's
Silky
gonna be
Silky was
Silky levels though.
obnoxious.
Yeah,
Yeah.
She
that's
wasn't
the point,
obnoxious
yeah.
with it. She was just excitable.
I think that's what's quite funny is that Rockham is so self-aware that she
Mm.
will just sort of like be like she'll just be this ball of energy and then be like none of that made sense and then like wander
Yeah,
off.
that's what makes it
And,
okay.
like,
yeah.
she's I
Yeah.
adore her.
So I'm
I
trying to cover
absolutely
your guys' faces with this note, so hold them down here. Okay, anything else to say about Rockham, or should we move on to Dahlia?
Well, we can say more things as we progress.
Yeah, true. Dahlia.
I really like Dahlia, like out of drag. Like the entrance.
But wait, entrance. Wait,
It
entrance.
was
first
it
of
was
all.
okay. Like it
Entrance
wasn't.
makeup was a bit rough.
It wasn't amazing.
Really?
Really?
Yeah,
I
you
really
can
liked
see
it.
the 5 o'clock.
Could you really?
Yeah.
I actually think that it was the best look of the lot that she
What's
did
she
today.
wearing?
Denim.
Oh, yeah,
with
Oh yeah, I
jewels
liked it. I
and
thought it was
things.
cool.
Um,
Her makeup. Her makeup's always great. I thought she was like super.
I
great.
could
She
see the
just
beard.
fit.
I could see the beard. On the entrance, I could see the beard. As someone
She's very
who
pretty.
strives to hide their beard quite
She's
Unsuccessfully.
flawlessly.
She's the beard police.
That's-
Are you sure you want to stamp out a statement? Yes.
I shave every morning.
You might want to up that.
She
Maybe.
does.
maybe-
I've got
Touch all this skin.
Yeah,
I'm
maybe-
shaving right
It's
now.
smooth.
Maybe.
You haven't shaved this bit though.
No, I need to. Bit tit hair.
Okay, everyone. Sherry Pie next.
She was very good. I
I
liked
think
her
she's
look.
gonna win.
Yeah.
Sherry for the win.
Yeah.
Sherry.
Justice for shit. No.
it's so weird.
Justice for Sherry. Justice.
Well, no, literally justice for Sherry.
Yeah. Can we actually get
Justice.
some justice for her victims?
But
But like that's the thing. Like I think what's so weird about this episode is now, like if we found this out halfway through the season, for example,
It would be more shocking.
it would be so different because I think you have people who'd like be fans of Sherry, and it's so weird watching the whole episode knowing about that stuff because
It's
you kind of
crazy awkward.
it's weird because you see her doing something really well and you're like, that was a really good performance. However, I can't cheer for you.
I
And the
can't
thing is, I
separate
don't-
the man from the art.
I don't think our brains are equipped enough to always in every episode go, oh, but she did this thing. Like it's going to be really hard every episode when
Yeah.
she's good,
Yeah.
not to kind of laugh along with something she's saying or enjoy her look. It's going to be really weird because you want to be all like woke and like, oh no.
well,
it's
that's
terrible,
what I
but
was going to suggest actually,
our
because
brains
like
don't work like
I
that.
think it's going to like be rubbish to watch a season and like everything she says and does be sitting there hating her. Like we can sort of like hold that view of her like generally like away from the show. But I think we should talk about like the what's happened and like go through it now. But then like as we go through the season, we should just like sort of take her at face value. It makes it'd be more fun that way. Kind of like it'd be.
Yeah, and I think because you're getting very upset with us, but we're not legitimizing it. It's just very hard.
Kevin Spacey said second Oscar.
It's very hard to
For what,
watch a
though?
TV show and just disengage
for being a
from
predator.
the thing that we normally like and we judge against, which is, oh, they're really good, or I like that look. Like
Yeah.
you'd have to very consciously every week, like go, I don't like it because of this.
That's what I'm saying.
I
Yeah.
think from now on, I think it was too early to like. It's too soon for them to re-edit this episode.
That's
But
what I'm
I do
saying.
think
Yeah.
they will re-edit the episodes to
Yeah.
come to sort of minimize her presence
Yeah.
as much as possible.
Yeah.
Especially with like the head, the comments. How do you call it? The
confessionals.
The confessionals.
Yeah,
She probably
She
would be
won't have
edited out of
those.
the
She'll
confessionals.
probably be edited quite minimally, so it will
Yeah.
be easier to judge, I guess, because there won't be much to talk about, I guess.
It's just a weird sign of our times because the show was filmed so long ago and now
So
we only get to watch it now, and it's just
Oh,
it's
so
a weird
good,
thing
yeah.
to happen.
Sorry.
Yeah.
But no, she's right.
Yeah, I agree.
Like you don't get that with other shows, or we don't remember things like that back in the 90s. Or
True.
Yeah.
Also, like it's the first Me Too scandal for
Yeah,
RuPaul, so
yeah,
it's like
yeah.
we hit the mainstream.
Yeah,
Yeah.
gays.
This is
Some gays are evil. Yeah,
Nothing. That's like
Rude.
very rude. I've got a plan that will solve everyone's issue. What if we
Fix your
start?
body.
What if we start hashtagging Team Sherry now for the finale,
Nice.
and then we get a whole season's worth of
I think it should
hashtags
be
in for Team Sherry?
Hashtag Team Allison. Why not?
Yeah, both in one tweet.
I mean, we're laughing about this, but I personally don't condone any of what she's done. Like, I think it's
Oh, yeah, of course,
important.
obviously. Yeah.
No, but I think it's important.
Yeah,
to say
yeah,
because,
you're right.
You know,
Guys,
we have 2 people watching this.
If you've never seen us
So-
before, nothing that we say
Three,
is
actually.
serious.
Yeah, throw that. Yeah.
But
We're talking opposites here. She's a dickhead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's exactly, and it's really predatory,
Also,
and it
yeah,
looks
it's
really
great,
awful
isn't it?
what she did.
And let's talk about it a little bit as well, because like I didn't like that she she sort of gave like an excuse for it as well with her response, didn't she? Which didn't really make any
She
sense.
said that she had mental health
But
issues.
she kind of did. Like, fair enough if she has mental health issues.
Well, no, because you can use that for anything. Like my view of mental health issues is like, great, you do you, boo. Literally, we've all got them. Everyone here has had mental health issues or still has them.
Yeah.
But my point is yeah, like they can affect you and like make you do bad things or whatever. But if
Mm-hmm.
you're involving other people in your mental illness, that's like not acceptable at all. Really,
Well, I don't
can't
think
really
she
of-
was involving other people in her mental illness
She was.
for as such. I think because she has these mental issues, she took wrong choices. And
No, but that's an
still not
excuse. That's
it's
that's
still
the
not
thing.
an excuse, but she had to kind of find an excuse.
That's what I mean, but that's bad. No, but that makes me lose even more respect.
I mean,
for her. if you said like, look, that's disgusting. Like, I'll never
wouldn't
forgive
it
myself.
have been worse if she had denied it when it's clearly?
No, but what I would like, what she should have done, in my opinion, be like, that's absolutely disgusting. Like, there's no excuses. I forever
She
hate
kinda
myself.
did
for
in a
this.
way.
So,
Yeah, but she did, but she's also like, but
I said to
mental health issues,
Cos,
like,
we know she's a predator. We're not saying that there's mental health issues excusing it.
Yeah.
The statement she put
yeah,
out
exactly.
blamed her mental health issues for what she did.
No, but because it's
So
what Cos is
that's
saying
not
is
what
right.
we're saying.
No, because
She was-
it's
yeah.
saying predators by definition do have a mental health issue. I think that's what Cos is saying. So
Yeah.
like predators.
Sure, but it's still sort of important to be reminded that actually predators do those things because they have mental health issues. They're not like these monsters. You know, they're people.
That's how I feel to an extent. That's the thing. Like that's the feel like
With
I've
problems.
thought this before.
I'm not. Look, I know where you're going. You don't want to equate mental health issues.
No, I
with people who
do.
are-
Well, no, to an extent, like
Well,
Well,
it's
we chatted about this before.
It's
Guys,
a
like,
stretch to say that, I catfished a guy to strip off on camera.
5 guys.
A number
Yeah,
of- a
exactly,
number of
that's what I'm saying,
times,
because-
and then say I did it because I had mental health issues.
that's what I'm
Like,
saying. That's my point.
No, there's no excuse for it. Like,
But I
because you'd end up excusing any crime by being like, they've got mental health issues.
This is something like, I've chatted about this before. I think on stream. I could do a whole stream about it potentially. My view on like paedophilia, for example, this is like relevant. Is like, you know, it is a mental health disorder,
Yeah.
and it's something that's, you know, I don't necessarily judge people who suffer from that
Mhm.
because it's something
It's
they
your
can't help, and
actions.
that's something we exactly. It's your actions. It's like I don't judge them for having about mental illness, but if you're involving someone else in your mental illness, like preying on a kid, then that's inexcusable. Like you have a
Yeah.
mental illness, don't involve someone else in it.
That's
you
the
know?
thing. Well, one of my favorite people, he always says, mental illness is not your fault, but it is your responsibility.
Mm.
Exactly, that's how I
And
feel.
so is like your behaviors and your actions. And the thing, I think what really like what Grant and Dan were trying to say about being annoying that she brought the mental health thing when excusing herself is just like, do you know what? Let's focus on the victims.
Yeah,
right now.
yeah,
Let's
yeah,
not
yeah.
like bring the attention
Sure.
to you
Yeah,
and your
yeah.
problems like right now.
Mm.
Like maybe just like apologize, take responsibility, and take actions to make things
Sure.
better in some kind of
Yeah.
way. But don't bring stuff about yourself right now. Like this
That's-
is not.
yeah.
That's exactly it.
This is
yeah,
not the
like,
time
Totally,
kind of
totally.
thing.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
And
Anyway,
I agree.
Thanks.
Yeah.
But so summing up like what I was saying
Love
at the
her
beginning,
outfit.
though. which is-
Should have been her outfit.
Love her hair.
So-
Hope she wins.
so, but my point is, like, so we said how we feel about it. Like, we all acknowledge what's happened, and we're not going to not acknowledge it throughout the rest of the season. Like, we're still going to make jokes and bring it up, sort of thing.
Oh,
But at the same
we're gonna make
time-
jokes about it. Yeah.
But at the same time, like, you know, let's like still like feel how we feel about her performance in the Champions and her run.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like that.
Yeah.
Like
And-
it shouldn't cloud our view
Okay.
of what she does.
I like that.
Right, absolutely. Which is, yeah. I mean, I think that's the thing as well. Oh, hey, Kurt.
Hey.
Hey,
But I think
so
that's also the thing, isn't it? Because like, I think that's what is obviously also quite difficult about it is realizing that she's obviously incredibly talented, but like watching that and being like, ooh, I can only celebrate you so far.
Well, like Kevin Spacey, like
Yeah.
Francis raised their name. Like there are still loads of films where Kevin Spacey is in them and is really good, and it's really hard to watch those films and not still appreciate it. And like we're not just built like that as humans to just switch someone off.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
just not that easy. And I think for this rest of the series, we can't just go, "Oh, I hate her because of this." We could, I guess, choose to just not mention that person, and that's
Also,
as much as something we might
shall
do.
we use R. Kelly's Ignition as like the outro song to our streams from now on?
You what?
What?
Should use R. Kelly's Ignition for our outro
I
song.
can't. I can't.
Jesus Christ.
Which is still pretty.
That's what
Like I'm like literally trapped by Grant. I can't even escape at that comment. Like
Gosh, it's so high right
It is so high.
I can't help it. I'm
No,
sorry.
I
I'm
can never
sorry.
get
I'm
it.
It's
help
in
it.
the middle of the screen as well. Like it's like
I'm
That was
sorry. I'm
intentional.
so well
It's
out.
on
What do
a
you want me
whole
to
other
do?
level.
it's also like at the golden proportion bit
Yeah.
of the square.
But it's also it's easy then to make like you can literally like cut out a thing like a little picture where it's just like me and the crush.
Like look.
If you
It's
don't
kind
mind.
of like
I
that picture
appreciate
with the
that.
Christ, but it's the cross instead of the Christ.
This is what I've always wanted.
And Suki just bring up a good point about like she disqualified Stephanie in top 4. So that's what a lot of
That's
people
what
are
I keep
talking
saying.
about.
Yeah.
No,
It's gotta be.
Not necessarily, yeah. But
But there's no point disqualifying.
That's what I'm saying.
It
But also,
means,
it's just
it means she might
it
go
doesn't mean
halfway
anything.
through the show, but still not film the finale,
Exactly.
which all of them are invited to. It might mean, like she said, edited out of the confessionals, edited out of the episodes.
That's
as
if they
much as
do
possible.
that. That's fair enough. But if not, they just say them saying she's disqualified is just words. It
I
means
reckon
nothing.
just call up
It,
JJ.
it does mean a lot.
She goes out.
She's not
all
getting
new
publicity.
dialogue.
She's not getting publicity. She's not getting any more airtime on top of whatever airtime she's gonna get. It means a
Kind
lot.
of, like, yeah, to an extent, I guess. But like, if she
Yeah.
goes to episode 3, like she failed anyway, so like she's not really. She didn't get disqualified. Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, but yeah, I think
disqualification is like you're removed from the competition. She's not.
I
removed from the
don't think
competition.
it equates she gets far in the competition as well.
I think-
Interesting.
I mean, if she does, then I guess it then has a real impact. But I think it's also it is a way of them making a statement, right? Kind of saying like,
Yeah.
we distance ourselves
Of course.
wholeheartedly
It's
from-
token. It's because it doesn't
Yeah.
mean a lot. But
And-
ultimately,
Yeah.
And I've seen people rumbling both that she is in the top 4 and that she's not from spoilers. And like, if she is, then like I
You know,
think it's-
spoilers. Anyone knows anything for sure?
Yeah.
Don't say it.
And also she doesn't just get disqualified from the season and the finale and all that. She won't be offered any of the work, the world work, and
Exactly.
all
That's a
that
good point.
shit.
That's a
Yeah.
fair point.
Because their contracts
that's
are way
not-
bigger than just
Yeah.
being on.
But that's different. If I said like we're we're avoiding her
She
contract,
won't be coming back
that's
to All
different.
Stars.
Yeah.
well,
That's
this is
fair.
her
If-
earning period as well. Like,
Yeah.
This is when they would.
So she's fucked, which is
Right,
good.
yeah.
So the right
Pretty
thing's
much.
happening to an
Like,
extent.
Like
But-
give up drag queen. Do something.
But I'm saying like the way Drag Race phrase, if they said like yeah, like we're voiding her contract and any benefits she would get now,
Yeah.
that would make more sense. But saying she's disqualified potentially means nothing. That's all I'm saying. Like,
I think
it's
it means that.
but that's not the right word then, I guess, right? Like,
Yeah, but they're not gonna make a tweet where by at the 0.5 or you're the contract. It means that.
Yeah.
All right, fair.
So I
But yeah,
have a
sorry.
question.
Yeah,
go on.
I've raised my hand.
Put up.
Wow.
No one's
Is that what we're doing
Do-
now?
Yeah.
Do we address the Brita
Yes.
controversy?
Yeah.
Oh my
100%.
god.
But I don't think it's much to say because like she's denied it. She should refute the allegations.
Mhm.
And she did it before it was
But
big.
over time,
Like,
yeah.
this
Well,
is-
let's
this is
explain
interesting.
what we're talking about for
Because-
anyone that
Go on.
doesn't know.
Go on.
Someone. Well, I thought it's your show. So.
No, all right. Just step up. Don't be
You put
shy.
your hand up.
Don't be
Your
a wallflower.
responsibility now of your-
Shout it out
of
for the
your-
world to hear.
Someone said that Brit basically like put poppers in his nose while he was sleeping and sucked his cock.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Wait, that's as detailed as I can get.
But
well,
she
without
denies
consent,
Yeah.
just to
And,
be clear.
and then was
Britain-
shitty afterwards.
Yeah, and they were shitty afterwards and kind of like rode that sort of
Who was
power.
shitty?
A Britta.
Rita was
Yeah.
shitty.
As in sort of withdrew kind of work
Yeah,
opportunities.
never
from-
addressed it, never said anything about it, and then was called to this person about it. And anyways, that was if you. Yeah,
But to be
Google it.
fair, wait. So sorry. After the allegation, she was cold to the person, like public allegations.
No. After it
The
happened,
incident,
apparently that's that's part of the allegation. So she what the person's alleging is that she did that, and then she treated her really coldly and kind of like I don't know, so mistreated her in the drag scene.
I get what you're saying. Yeah. Okay.
But Britta is refuting the whole thing. She's saying she's never did that. Don't know who that is, and that's it. Well, I don't know if she. I don't know if she actually refuted knowing the person or not. Actually, but she said, you know, I'm talking to my lawyers, and I never did this.
And I guess the difference is Sherry has acknowledged it and has kind of said, "Yeah, it's true."
Yeah.
Whereas Britta, we don't know.
Yeah.
It's all.
And the official RuPaul's Drag Race Twitter account's statement about it all, they referenced the statement from Sherry. They said, you know, like
based on
based on
the
the allegations and her comment. So it was clear that those two things were linked. Like she's admitted it, but also given out this kind of weak, feeble thing about it. Also, really well done, Kurt. Sorry, we kind of.
I saw it.
I know, 375 kilograms.
That
Oh,
sounds like
that's a
that
lot.
sounds like a fucking lot. Yeah.
Are you a bodybuilder or something?
That's
On leg press. Wait, that's not
Four
right.
of me.
Well, it could be, but
That's
I don't
that's
know.
not
Can you
right.
explain a little
Either
bit?
way, go. 'Cause
No,
that's-
37.5.
Like, how tall are you? How much do you weigh? Are you on steroids?
How big's your dick? What?
Well, not all right.
No, I'm sorry. I'm not objectifying. I'm not Sherry. What?
375 kilograms seems like a lot.
Wait,
Well, I'm 99 kilograms
Exactly.
heavy, so that's
Yeah.
4 of me nearly.
I know.
I don't know what is going on. Did he lose weight? Did he gain weight?
He's on a leg press. He's done
Will be a skinny bitch.
375
Yeah,
kilograms.
you can't be a skinny bitch and lift 375 kilograms on the leg press.
That's
You
true.
can be
Either way, whatever Kurt's done, we are proud of
We
him.
are proud of you.
Good job, Kurt.
Good job.
Okay, should we move on with our lives?
Yeah, please.
Please.
I think
Okay.
that's that done now. Like, we'll just see what happens.
That's what I'm saying. That's my stance with it.
Fucking
Okay.
hell, Kurt. Oh no, Sirikin, you've lost 7 stone.
No,
What the fuck?
Oh wow!
Yeah.
since last season. No,
Jesus.
but we saw pictures of you before. You can't have lost 7 stone.
Anyway.
My legs are
That's
strong,
not-
but my arms
good
are
job,
very
everyone.
weak.
Okay. Right. Anyway, so moving
Doesn't
on.
make any sense.
Moving
I hope
on.
you're happy.
Jan.
I love Jan. Jan is wonderful.
She's
Jan is
fun.
Cheryl Hole,
Jan
but
is
American.
She's on like uppers. She's like
Oh yeah, I think I liked Jan a lot when we did the ranking in the last video.
Yeah.
She's great.
I think she's gonna do well.
Hmm.
I think she's gonna do.
I mean, like I don't like they're painting this narrative of like, oh, she's too ambitious.
That's the thing.
like they're painting that, but like I know that she's gonna have that redemption arc thing where like,
They've already
That's what
sort of
Sirikin is
pigeonholed her,
Yeah.
haven't they?
but they're gonna do that thing where like talk to your 7-year-old self, and it's gonna be her being like, it's okay to be ambitious. And I'm getting really emotional. I'm so sorry, guys. There's gonna be a lot of that, but like,
It was a bit of a weird narrative. They're all
Yeah.
anxious. They're on Drag Race.
yeah, well, yeah.
They want to win.
This is what really annoys me with some of the things on Drag Race. Where, like, you know, for example, we'll talk about it later, but the whole, like, them being like, ooh, they're making a fart joke. Rue literally made a Dutch oven comment this episode.
Oh my god! Before the fart joke.
Yes.
Yes.
And then now they're being like, well, high and fucking mighty.
And
They
also-
wrote a fart joke into Glamazonian Airways
Yeah.
in season
True.
7.
Yeah, true.
Like a whole scat scene.
And then Michelle's like,
I
all the
know
puppets.
it's not the classiest of senses of humor in those sketches they do for
No,
Well, it's literally a
Black
song that
Panther and all of that.
Yeah. Come on.
Yeah.
Let's
Exactly.
not pretend it's high art.
But
Mm.
all that said, I mean, I think Jan's really fucking talented. And like she's clearly done her homework as well. And I think like she's got a really interesting perspective on things. I like her. I
Are we
like
talking
her.
about
Sorry.
her look?
But we're going
Oh, sorry,
to focus on
sorry,
interest
what
primarily
was
so
her
far.
interest again? Sorry.
If we're like literally Cheryl Hole,
Varsity.
like
Oh,
full Cheryl Hole.
That was quite cute. I thought it was just
It
like a
was
nice little
literally
introduction.
It was. I wanted to like if I wouldn't have known it was Jan if you said like
She
this is
wasn't
Cheryl Hole.
dressed as Cheryl Hole at all.
She doesn't
Exactly
look like
Cheryl
Cheryl.
Hole.
But it's also a fun
She
thing.
doesn't have the same.
Also, she's copied because it's recorded the same. I mean, she
Same
does.
energy.
She
She
does.
does
Yeah.
not have the same
Expression.
aesthetic at all. Cheryl
She
Hole
In
just
part,
looks
she-
like-
the entrance
Yeah.
look she did. The entrance look she really did. Honestly.
Yeah, because she
She
came
did,
in like
honestly.
a little varsity
We're
cheerleader.
gonna
Yeah.
agree to disagree. Your
But it's a
body
fun-
is showing right.
Hey. But it's a fun reference because she was Jan's sport, and so she's sporty.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I like her a lot.
It was
I
about
like her
the
as well.
Fergie thing when she says,
Yeah.
"Let's
Play
play
some-
basketball."
What I like about her is her positivity. Like there's
Mm.
so much positivity coming out of her, and she's like it's infectious and it's nice, and
Yeah.
she's nice to look at as well. I don't know.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she
it's
just
not
gets
like-
shit done.
It's not like ruthless ambition either. She's just happy.
Yeah,
and wants to
exactly,
be like,
yeah.
do it
Like,
well.
I've got so many
She
things I'm
doesn't
passionate about.
seem
Let's
like a
do them.
morning person,
Yeah.
which I don't
I
appreciate.
agree. Although
But she's been doing her Jan's
Yeah, like
jukebox.
someone who gets up in the morning, it's like, let's
Yeah.
live, and I'm not
No,
there for it.
Yeah, I mean she'd be unbearable to live with, but like
Yeah.
wonderful on this. Like
I don't like it.
she but no, I just really appreciate it because I think she just gets shit done.
Yeah.
She's been doing like her Jan's jukebox where basically every week she
Ah.
does her own. She basically records the song that was used for lip sync.
Oh,
she
I
did
haven't
nice.
seen this
It's
one
cool.
yet.
But yeah, I mean, she's just like
that's a different like Jewish. What is the one that is called?
Rhythm of the Jews.
Yeah, kind of that, but with music. That's
Yeah.
very original.
I think she's gonna milk this for all it is.
Oh,
like,
100%.
Yeah.
But like, I just think she's very like. I mean, whether she wins or not, she's gonna have a great career with this because she's fucking worked for it. Like,
Exactly.
I don't disagree with anything that's been said, but for me, I'm not totally sure yet. I think she could go one of two ways. Like, I don't know. I'm not
I
saying.
agree with you actually. When we go further into the episode, I actually don't think I'm gonna say it later, but I agree with you.
Okay. So Jada.
I don't get Jada.
I
Like,
don't get Jada.
Entrance
Well,
of best what
Jada.
entrance primarily.
like they were like, oh my god, she's so stunning.
She looked good, yeah.
What?
she looks
No.
good.
So,
I think she looks incredible.
They were all. That's the thing. Like, yeah, they're all gagged, weren't they? But yeah.
What do you think about the
I get
shoulders?
it. Like,
So am I
Is
missing
it-
something? Are the shoulders?
Is
Fuck,
it-
she has shoulders.
Did you not see how glistening her shoulders
Is
were?
that it's
Mate,
just that
look,
she's
Jada,
slim
you look
and,
so
and she's
glistening that I would have
fishy?
Not just one
and
shoulder.
that's-
She had
two shoulders.
one on each side.
Oh, God.
Fucking hell.
Imagine
Yeah.
that. Imagine she like this shoulder, but one on the other side as well.
I just didn't really
Yeah.
get it.
Her
Honestly,
cheekbones.
Shut the front door. Like,
I can't. It's broken.
But she hasn't done anything for them. They're just there anyway.
Alright. Well, I disagree with all of you. I think she is.
No. I agree that she looks fishy and that she's very womanly, but it's still like not that amazing.
She
I
gives
think
me.
she's gonna come up with some killer things this season.
I think
Like,
so. She
you
gives
just
me
know
Whitney.
she's that bitch.
She
I think
gives
she
me life, and she gives me cheekbones, and I'm all here for it. She's so thin.
yeah, I didn't necessarily love the dress, but I can see kind of what she's going for. Like, you just don't really mess with her. Like, she's gonna bring.
That's the
some
thing.
great
I
stuff.
thought I loved the dress. I thought she was extremely polished, and I also like that she said that she considers
You hated
herself
her on
in the Meet the Queens. I still don't know if she's for me. I can see why she's good.
Mm.
I don't really like her style, the way she paints her face, but I did like the dress. I didn't really like her personality, but I'll talk about it later on. What we've seen so far. But I did like.
O'Hara, like that similar
I did like-
attitude, that kind of.
Yes, to me,
I bet
yeah.
it was
I-
you all.
I think she's gonna be a lot better.
We'll talk about it in the bits. I got something to say about that. It's during the
What
chat.
did you say?
But
Raja O'Hara.
I did like that she said she's a female impersonator.
Yeah.
Because obviously, like, the drag scene's sort of going so strongly against her at the moment. And I think there's merit in that, but I think it's cool that some people are still like, yeah, like, my forte is, like, impersonating a woman kind of thing. I'm like, cool, like,
Did
But
you know
that's
have
not-
that for a little
but
while.
that's
Did you
not
know
what the
that
show
there's
is.
women that are like completely against drag because they think
Yeah.
I was shocked and appalled.
Well,
I'm not surprised.
No, I'm not surprised.
Honestly, how
I
not?
think drag is gonna be looked back with dismay at how inappropriate it can be seen.
No,
I think it can be seen as that. Yeah, I can see it.
I
I don't
think
agree.
any
I mean,
woman
I
that
do
says
agree.
drag is disgusting is actually a twat.
Well, it's the same-
I'm
it's the-
sorry.
well, it's the same-
I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's the same. It's the same like feminists that don't validate trans people, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the same.
It's the same
sort of
narrative.
people,
Well,
yeah.
it's not. I mean, it's not exactly the same, but
But I'm guessing it's those people would say
Jada
that.
kind of looks like the vixen. That's just slightly
Yeah, she
racist.
does. No, she does. I see it. I kind of see it.
She looks like Coco Montrese to me.
I see the Coco one more.
I
Why
think
is that
she
not
looks-
racist then?
Well, I think she looks like
There's
JJ.
another black person.
She has the kind of same nose.
You look like a young Lenny Henry. Like, come on.
She
Okay,
looks like
But
Sherry
either way,
Brown.
Jada, I think it's sorry.
It's alright.
That's fine. Just the holding your hand. I feel like she's gonna be like go really far. I mean, she like killed some of the parts of this.
Everyone loves her.
thing.
I think she's gonna be
Oh,
funny.
we'll talk about
See,
it.
she's not necessarily like my favorite this season, but I really respect her. Like I
How
kind
did
of-
she end up in the ranking?
That's kind of how I
that
am.
did? I think
We
she's
need to
gonna,
check. We should get
I
it
think
out.
we've got
gonna
to
be
play
top
time.
4 or
I'm
something.
gonna
Oh,
put
I
it
think
to
she's almost guaranteed top 4.
I know, which is for me as well.
Well,
Okay.
the thing is, there's pretty much every episode of Drag Race now is some sort of comedy challenge. Like over the years, it's pretty much become comedy challenge after one after the other.
Mm.
There's hardly any sewing challenges anymore. So what else is there for a look queen? Like unless she's funny, I just don't get
But
it.
I think she's gonna.
I
be
agree
She's
too.
quite
Yeah.
funny.
And she was
I
pretty
can
like
see
shady and like whingy in this.
Oh,
Like,
she did
kept
have some really
moaning
good
about.
moments.
We'll
We'll
talk about it as we go through because I've got stuff to say about it as well.
Yeah, come
Okay,
Right,
so
definitely.
sorry, thank you. Aiden.
It was a bit of a lackluster entrance in some ways. Like,
Yeah.
I feel really sorry for them because when they all went in on him about like,
Yeah,
oh,
they really
why did
wanted
you do that?
him.
And you could just see his little
Yeah.
face drop. Like,
Yeah.
bless him. He's from a small town. Leave him alone.
No,
Yeah.
I also think
Let him prove
she
himself.
is kind of getting the Jasmine Masters, James Mansfield edit of kind of like, all the others are picking on her, and she's kind of like the, not quite experienced queen and whatever. And
Oh,
whatever.
come on, she's much more polished. than James.
Then James answered.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, she really I think she did really well in this episode
She
because
did really well.
I thought she was going to be
Wait,
really.
Bob, it goes forward too much. Let's get through it in order.
He totally reminds me of Scaredy Cat.
Yeah.
I agree with that. But there's something about him that's sort of a bit
He's
endearing.
to me, I'm not endeared.
beginner.
I know what you're saying. He's like very like nervous, unsure of himself, like
Yeah.
fish out of water.
Oh yeah, I'm not
by.
saying I think he was amazing.
For
Like,
me,
we
I'm
talk
not.
about-
I'm not endeared to that person. Like this fit in him. To
I
be
like the
honest.
look though.
Although
His look
I
wasn't
like
bad.
the look a lot as
His
well.
look
The entrance look was
really
cool.
good.
Very
But
Betty
I
Boop.
loved when he said, "I'm definitely psychotic," and I was like, "Slay, work."
And then she like with a
love
knife,
her
like
so much.
yes.
Yeah, funny.
I've got bipolar.
yeah, slay queen.
She's definitely the underdog of the competition.
Oh
And,
yeah.
I've got
and I think if you,
generalized anxiety disorder.
it'd be nice to
I've
root
got
for her and
full
see how
joints.
far she gets.
Yes. Yes.
Finally.
I can't. Let her raise
Just have my leg amputated.
Yeah.
Slay.
You've got it with me. Oh no, Jiggly's taking it. Okay, right. Let's move on. We're onto the runway already.
What the Rachel video?
Sorry.
Okay,
It's
it's
fine.
fine.
Go on, what you
It's
We're
gone.
saying?
used to
I
it.
just, I just said that she's the underdog of this
I
year.
think-
Oh yeah.
And it'd be nice to. I want to root for her now and see how far she gets.
Well, no, the thing is, like Sharon was an underdog, but like she was awesome.
But she was
Or
full
Jinx,
of. She was
or
full of.
Jinx.
She was full
Yeah,
of
Jinx was another
confidence.
Yeah.
Or Jinx was unsure to an extent, I guess. Whereas
Yeah.
Aiden, like, I'm not seen enough to like
Yeah.
make her work
Yeah.
for a person.
Well, in that respect, Scaredy reminds me a little bit more of Gothic Kendall.
Gothic
The face I
Kendall.
did,
Oh
I
my
face I
God.
did.
He's got a similar looking sort of face and a similar sort of confidence, which is not really there yet.
Yeah.
But she hasn't got the amazing slogan that Gothic Kendall. That's sort of
Aiden saying.
Aiden saying.
Please don't do that. You've done this ever since Meet the Queens. I can't take it anymore. Okay,
She
runway.
did do a pun, didn't she? When she walked in, she said, "In
Things are getting ready to get
insane."
Wow, that must have taken
And-
minutes to think.
Insane.
Seconds.
Right.
Insane.
Okay, so runway, everyone. We'll go through looks one by one.
Yeah.
Brief thoughts. Rockham.
Oh, I
Oh,
love
pretty good.
this.
My favourite.
Love Rocket.
My favourite,
Love
loved it.
once.
But so this is my other time we're going to use this, potentially next one as well. But like the makeup, like with different makeup, it would have been like a 10 out of 10 for me. But the makeup, because it's such like a pretty cool like dress
The
thing.
makeup.
But the makeup just didn't fit it at all. The makeup was way too like wacky. It wasn't like a pretty. It's not a
Oh,
pretty.
so
bit.
you always want like a really sleek, edgy.
Yes. Yeah. Exactly.
Right.
100%. Yeah.
Well, I
It's a bit
think it kind of
obvious.
suited. Yeah.
For me, it was like,
What?
alright.
The one for the fish look with the carp, like
Yes.
her eyes had like little carps.
Yeah, that's
oh
what
my god,
I wrote a note,
fucking
yeah, yeah.
incredible. Like that must have taken hours.
I do
That's
have
what
a critique.
Yes. Go on.
I've seen nothing but pastel from her.
I love that. Though. I'm a
That's
pastel girl.
I
I'm a
love
pastel girl.
pastel,
Yeah.
but I need to see
Um,
something different. I'm not
yes.
going to be Michelle about it, but I need
Pre-pastel
to see
Don't
something
do that,
different, at least.
That's not necessary.
Fair enough.
No, okay, fair. I personally I'm
Pastel.
banging
I'm
into
fruit
that.
pastel.
The look from
The
here is just
spice
crushed in bed.
Living your best life. So yeah, that's my favorite. That's my favorite look with the runway. So spring look, absolutely loved it.
Mm.
Okay, Dahlia.
Oh, I love.
What was her
Oh, it's
first
really
one?
good. She had
Green?
that green tubey
Oh,
thing
that
with
was
the,
good.
The
latex
neon thing was
straps.
fine. I didn't get the hairy thing, and I'm gonna tell you why. It was different and it was original, but she was her hair
Which one?
hanging. Like you
The
couldn't.
Sasquatch one.
Well, the second one.
We just did the
Yeah.
first one.
Oh my god, we just gone to the two by Rocket.
Why don't we just go through both
No,
looks?
I think I mentioned. Yeah, I mentioned
it's
it.
just easier to
Let's
do
just
both.
do two. Yeah.
Okay,
just do
okay,
both,
sorry.
Yeah, sorry.
So the thing with the second one is that she had her wig hanging at the back. No one's gonna notice that because it's all her,
Yeah.
and I don't think it was that groundbreaking or that interesting. Really.
I love that second look. I agree with you. It's not like groundbreaking. I just thought it was very well
I think it
done.
was
Yeah,
cool.
so it was sort of like
And I felt her makeup looked better in the
Curse,
Yeah.
show.
Curse right as well. You can definitely tell Aja's a drag mom. I definitely get some
Yeah.
Aja in there, which I like.
She was kind of like a little bit Jessica Rabbit in the first look.
Oh
I
yeah,
thought,
yeah, yeah.
Which I really
I see what you're saying.
Right fitted.
Although there was a slight gap at one point at the back of the garment.
Yes, I saw that little bit of a peekaboo with the
Yeah.
back.
I wasn't sure if that was intentional
Yeah, I
or not.
don't know. Yeah.
I didn't get why you're gagging so. Like, I didn't think it was great. I thought it
Oh,
was like.
Don't get me
pretty
wrong. I
boring.
feel like
The
I've
first
seen
outfit,
it.
the
I feel like I've
first
seen it
outfit.
before. It was just well executed.
The first it was fine.
Yes,
but
that's what I wrote.
it wasn't that
like,
fashion.
yeah.
It's
kind of
pretty.
standard.
It's not.
I also
fashion.
don't get how either
Yeah.
was like spring or fall.
No. Why don't we do? Is that not just not fashion at all? Why don't they do summer and winter for this one? So the spring and
This
fall.
is,
in the
I
first
agree.
one?
I was
No?
thinking this. I was so annoyed it
That
was
would
spring
be
and
more
fall. But
Okay.
but like hers didn't read spring or like the
Don't
only
work
thing
in
was
the
like
shop.
spring,
Yeah.
green, fall. It's a bit furry to like because it's getting a bit colder. That's the
Yeah.
only like tenuous.
Okay. I don't
Yeah.
have a problem.
Oh, my boobs look great.
It's all make believe anyway.
Do
Right.
we?
Uh,
It's not a real runway.
And
Okay.
they were doing it in like July or something. You know?
It wasn't Kurt Lagerfeld in there.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god, it was
Who was that?
Sneak, wasn't it?
Sonique.
Was it Sonic?
Oh,
Ah.
Sonic.
Oh
Yeah.
my
So
god!
I didn't realise I heard a podcast, but Mayhem was Kanye in the first episode.
Yeah.
And she was. She was.
I thought she was this one as well,
Yeah,
wasn't
yeah,
she?
she was.
Yeah.
Thingy. What's his name?
Although,
Andre Leon Talley?
Yes.
although definitely more Ray J than Kanye, no? In first step? I was getting Ray J 100%.
I don't know.
The one she did the sex tape with.
I don't know what Ray J is.
The one Kanye- the one-
Brandy's brother.
The one Kim did the sex tape
I
with.
did not see the sex tape. I'm sorry.
Oh, you're missing
I
out.
don't watch straight porn,
God,
obviously.
Okay, so Sherry Pie.
That first, I kind of was annoyed that it was like
It was a
that
bit standard.
that flesh, you know, the flesh colored fabric instead of it her just being
Oh,
like just being
yeah,
her
yeah.
skin.
I didn't get the dress.
It's kind of
though.
wrinkled and crinkled.
What, was the dress good?
It was pretty conservative.
It was
Yeah.
really conservative.
I'm honestly being objective here.
So-
I wasn't gagged. At
Right.
all.
Eva, I didn't like either.
green
look.
was like flipping little leafy bits.
It was
No,
blue, yeah,
blue.
blue with
Blue,
like
that's
some
it.
leaves.
Yeah, and
With,
I'm not sure whether this mini challenge counted for the outcome of the overall challenge.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
But she would have been red fulfilled with the cranky dress, the first
Yeah.
one.
Mm.
But the
So
second
I
one
would
as
say-
well. Like they tried like
And
an
the second one was very
Yeah.
basic and very
like weird clashing materials. Like you had like an
Mm.
asymmetry thing on both of them, but I don't think it works.
No,
either way.
in the second one, I don't think the
The
asymmetry
first one was
works
too
because that
gala for,
exposed
like,
shoulder wasn't really working for me.
I thought the first one was too like gala or for like a spring thing. It just seemed like a
Well,
night.
I tell you what, I was thinking
It
it
wasn't.
was Jackie Cox did the period looks for her runways, right? Like that's the way to do like spring and fall looks at a period. Whereas you're right, like Sherry's
Yeah.
wasn't giving me like spring or fall
No,
in
it's
any
not.
way. It was just like vague period but not executed well.
No.
We've had our first recommendation for this episode, which is Colin Farrell's sex tape.
Oh, good.
Oh, okay.
I've never seen.
Sarkari, is it
Colin
Sarkari? He asked the question, do you think that they had pre-planned 13 queens or did they 14
Mm.
queens?
Oh, that's a good question. I was going to say, yeah. I thought you mentioned that. Yeah, that's still weird.
And also season 12 have 12 queens.
Yeah,
Like,
it's annoying.
But the 12, that's too few.
Maybe,
Because
yeah.
they were 15.
And also, they're
last
really
season.
stretching the episodes. You know, 2 episodes now with no eliminations.
I think maybe at producing level they made the decision to go for fewer queens this year, but to make up for that, that's why we have had 2 premieres,
Yeah.
so that it doesn't
Yeah,
feel like
yeah.
we're having fewer than last
that's a
year.
good point.
And I think it explains, like, I feel like the judges have been really charitable and nice.
Oh well, we'll get to that
Yeah,
as
Yeah,
well.
we will.
Because I'm like,
100%.
fucking hell, really? Like, and then obviously the point of both episodes was to identify the best. So they haven't really gone in on what I thought was a couple where they were not
Yeah,
that great.
I agree.
Okay,
Wow,
Jan?
they were very nice.
Jan, what was her first one?
I can't remember. I wrote
The
down-
first one was that
Oh, the
sort of,
white.
I don't know,
Yeah,
that
I wrote down.
structured.
I wrote.
plastic
Yeah.
kind of.
Yeah.
I wrote ill-fitting.
I really like that.
I thought it was really, yeah. And I also like that with Jan, like, it's never been like too pigeonholed. Like, all 4 maybe looks we've had from Jan so far.
This might be painful. Sorry.
Is that the food?
Oh,
No, no, my back's kind of dying.
Oh, okay, because my leg was starting to die. So this is.
Just
Uh,
see my.
Do we need to
I'm gonna
throw
crush you. I'm
on
gonna fully crush you.
No, but I need
You're
this. So otherwise it's going to.
Okay, let's.
Like,
You,
what do you need to fry?
okay, why don't
I
you
don't
sit
need
next
it.
to him then?
Do you
And
want
I don't want the throw.
Oh, sorry.
You
I'm
come to
getting-
the throw.
No, I'm too
I
warm.
just get coronavirus from him. It's fine.
No, I'm too warm. I don't want the.
Yes,
I don't want the throw.
I need the
I love
Okay.
it.
Am I gonna crush it?
No, it's fine.
It's
I'm
7
Rachel, I
people
might
on
be
this
you as
now.
well. I'm going to do
The only
sideways.
thing you're crushing is
I'm
like
doing right side side.
you're crushing everybody's heart by hiding my boobs.
I can.
So-
I sympathize with Rockham now. I can smell the trade as well coming out of the clothing.
Sorry, that was me.
Okay, so wait, Jan, you have notes on Jan?
I just like that she keeps us
Yeah.
guessing. Like I like that Jan is. quite
She's
versatile.
varied, so that's a good thing in my book.
I agree
yeah.
with that.
Mm.
I wrote for her second look, Goffy had a glow up.
Oh
What was
yeah,
the second-
Gothic and
Yeah.
Full Goffy Kendall for a second.
Just
look.
a point.
Don't do it.
Her
Don't.
makeup, her
That was
eye
the
makeup
second
was
look.
gorgeous as
Like
well.
the black ponytail with like the green snake skin looking
Oh,
thing.
Oh, I love that. That was really
That's what
good.
it was called.
That did look good.
The
So I
barrel.
didn't like the skirt on the first.
Very important question.
Mm.
Why black socks, Dan?
I wasn't at the gym today. I don't really wear white socks unless I'm going to the gym.
He's
Like,
wearing
well,
all
dinner-
black
dinner
today.
shoot.
He is
Well, you
like he is David from
Never so
Schitt's
well.
Creek.
100%, yeah.
David. Don't you get it?
All right, next.
Okay. Jada.
What
What was the first one?
Oh, I love them
Oh,
both.
Jada.
What was the first
Oh, I liked the first one a lot, but what was it?
Oh no, the first one. I didn't like the first one.
Can't even remember
I think
what it was.
They're both good. I can't remember what it. Guys, do you remember what the first one was?
Oh my
I know
god,
I liked
that's
it.
how good it was.
The thing is, I know I liked it, but I can't remember.
I like the fourth one. I like the autumn one by Jada, but not the first one. Oh, it was that awful one with the floral print and the see-through
Oh,
bit.
the see-through
Oh,
panel.
I liked it.
I didn't like
It's-
it.
No, it looks ugly.
I thought it was
Weird.
pretty overall,
Oh,
but
that's the one I thought I meant.
the
The one at the
lines-
bottom would look really weird.
I
Like,
didn't.
Oh,
I liked it.
Yeah.
like
Like,
her pants
I
had
liked
fallen
it.
down. Or
So-
something.
Yeah,
that's what
because-
you know. As I say, so it's like a really like entrance. Like I was thinking of the spring look. Actually, that's my favorite look from Jada. I really like.
Really?
I really
Yeah.
liked the top bit was like really like a little, and I mean this in the nicest possible way, like a really cute like teacup kind of like look, and then like the bottom bit, like the lines cut out were just the wrong angles for me.
And her wig looked funny.
but I still think she was
Look,
beautiful.
the wig looked ill-fitting.
Well, everyone seems to agree with you guys mainly. Yaz and me seem to be by ourselves. I liked
Oh,
it.
well.
And you
Yeah.
like the autumn look, right? Like nothing really to say about it.
What was the autumn
It was
one
fun.
again?
The
It was,
autumn
like,
one was
classier.
kind of classier.
French.
Yeah,
She
more
took us to Paris.
more fashion. Yeah,
Oh, that was gorgeous. Yeah.
I think it crack is out though.
Oh, that's
it's okay. Just let it
that's a
go
little
hang out.
bonus. That's a little bonus.
It does the back rolls.
Oh.
Back
Yeah.
row.
That's great.
Yeah.
Aiden, I've written down no thank you.
Oh, they were awful.
Aiden.
Well, that first one was a yellow dress with a green.
I didn't mind it that much, but
It was
yeah.
shit.
I thought
Well,
they
really
were, I,
the
thought,
sunflower.
Yellow
She had a
dress
flower in her hair.
with a green
Okay.
with a
Oh, they were
green.
both-
I thought they were
It was
cute.
so basic.
I thought they were cute but basic. Yeah, because those like I think if it had been an episode where people were going home, she'd been read for like how like the little raindrops were like quite cut out and stuck on.
Yeah,
Like
it was
It wasn't
awful.
but I thought it was
enough.
cute
Everyone
overall.
agrees it's bad.
Shoot.
Yeah.
It was like
Shoes were not
child's
high
drag.
enough.
Like you could
That's
literally
what
get
I'm
a kid
saying,
to be like,
Okay, fine, fair enough.
But I will say she did have consistency between the two. There was like a little, she was a little sunflower, and then there was a little sunflower like, in the second one.
I think this is the thing. Going back to my point, they were just being too charitable, the
That's true.
judges,
Yeah.
because Sherry Pie would have been read at a normal fashion
100%.
challenge. Aidan would have been read, and other people would have been read, and they weren't.
Did you also feel like
Like-
oh, sorry.
So I was just thinking, like, if they had like a, was it season, whatever season Vixen was in, we had like the craft your first look out of like 99 pence store staff. Like, if Aiden came out with that, we would have been like, that's really shit, what are you doing? But that wasn't the case. It's just
No.
like a fashion runway look, which she had time to prepare.
Exactly.
before she
Yeah,
If
came
you
on
was
the
dragging
show.
a dime, you'd be like, oh, you
Yeah.
just got a yellow.
Or if you
dress.
compare, if you compare it to
Better
last
than
week's Nikki Doll, those were fashion choices.
Yeah.
Or like 6 or
Exactly.
7 with Valet,
Yeah.
Chachki and all that.
Oh.
That
No,
was,
yeah, yeah,
it
yeah.
doesn't compare really.
But I did
Yeah.
think with Aiden's second one, like I really liked the little like yarn kind of thing over the
Oh.
shoes. I thought that was quite fun.
Bob, no.
But I did feel like half her outfit was missing because it was just literally like a crotch,
Don't try and redeem
some
yourself.
legs, and then those boots. And I was like, I kind of
Just-
needed.
It made us so stocky. It wasn't. It,
It didn't suit her proportions. I don't think.
no.
Yeah.
You
Nikki
gotta
Doll, by the way,
proportion
Foz.
us.
Nikki Doll is from episode 1.
From season
Which you have
1.
not watched. Not from season 1.
Nikki Doll.
You're not missing much with
Nikki
Nikki
Doll.
Doll, to be honest, in my
She's
opinion.
Pause is saying who's Nikki Doll?
I know, we just gone through that.
Oh.
Okay.
That's the only thing I can read. What
Okay.
do you mean you're not missing much? She's gorgeous.
Not for me. I don't really like it too good. But
Yeah, Aiden's second outfit
Cos
was
French.
just like, again, some socks and a top.
I thought it was
And a
original,
black,
but
black body stocking underneath.
fair enough.
Okay, so should we move on to like the challenge and pass the runways?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
because
my
the
first-
food is coming.
My first note is, well, fuck my drag, right? With this musical challenge, #homophobia.
What?
Because they kept going about
Did you
Fosse
just-
the whole time, and they're like, who doesn't know who Fosse is? I'm like, what? Like,
Right.
Well, just because you're not cultured, babe.
Yeah.
It's nothing about exactly. It's nothing to do about being gay.
That's
It's just
fair.
about knowing who
Grant,
this is.
are
I
you-
know who Fosse is.
Are your notes
Fosse.
just tweets?
Yeah, basically. Just, not gonna lie.
That's like a full tweet. And I was a bit surprised as well. I thought it was quite obviously. I see that they want to have a difference between episode 1 with the rap challenge and episode 2, but like it doesn't make sense. Like episode 1 rap challenge Nicki Minaj,
Yeah.
episode 2 like
Well,
Fosse
Fosse and then Robin.
I
That's
think-
true.
Maybe
I
this is
think-
like a tease for Robin's next album. It's like all Chicago theme.
Oh, God,
They
I love
were-
that.
That could be fucking incredible.
I think they were really
Call your
invested
girlfriend,
in Sherry.
Sherry.
I think they were really invested in Sherry. They wanted her to do really well.
That's it. That's a really
Maybe.
good point.
I'm
Like,
just jazz handsing on my own. Sherry.
that's a really good point. Yeah, like
That
this,
was a bit black and white minstrel.
this
Oh.
It was a bit Swanee River.
Isn't that her jazz hands Fosse?
But you gotta have the
Fosse.
both
this
hands.
is never done that.
What?
Fossey's never done that.
You don't even know who he is.
Literally didn't know if it was a woman or a man.
Oh, I'm so
And Tandy
should
as well.
should we show Pipe Bob out this stream?
Yeah.
It's fully disqualified.
It's been
Which means you can stay here.
Yeah,
Which means nothing
fucking way.
changes.
I told you.
I'm already getting a bit sweaty.
We'll just
Yeah.
put a black box
Shall I
over
move?
this part.
The show. Okay. That's a good point, basically. So yeah, I feel like the show, same with loads of challenges in the show, like very much geared towards half the contestants. Like Jada was a good form one of his challenge. She said she had no idea what was going on. She couldn't do like the posing steps or whatever. Whereas like Sherry's, it was her whole life. Like
This is
Sherry was
Sherry's
like,
House,
almost killing herself.
But then that's always going to be true for every episode.
But I feel like, especially the first one, should be more neutral. Like the last challenge is almost quite neutral.
Well, it is, but it isn't because the first one has
I
always
agree.
been for make your own shit. So that's
Well,
gonna be you're gonna do well if you can make your
Yeah,
own
I
shit.
agree. But back in the day when it was like photo challenges, that's more neutral. I'd say.
Yeah.
So like,
Photo challenge.
yeah, like back like with other seasons, like season
Like,
4,
making
was
them all
like
write a
paint
rap
and
was
thing,
quite
or,
hard.
No,
like-
but that's the main challenge.
For we
It's
know.
not the main.
This is the thing. I
True.
feel like-
What was the main challenge? Oh,
The main challenge is make it
they're throwing everything.
pound
at it.
Yeah,
driving a
true,
dime.
okay,
It's
true.
always that. So naturally, the weaker ones are gonna do worse. That, but then there might be a better actors
Right.
and all that.
Actually, and in fairness, I guess nobody's going home, so you can
Exactly.
It's kind of a.
Does it matter?
But I'm with you. Like I think like some, like and throughout the whole of like say season 7, like loads of fashion challenges, but also loads of acting challenges, and it was a really weird balance because you'd have someone like bottom 2 then
Yeah.
win, like but I think for this, I agree. I think a more neutral challenge than we would, and I think it's also kind of quite weird because I kind of think it's a lot for 2 episodes. Like we've had
20 challenges and
like
Yeah.
each of them has given us I think 5 or 6.
On the
looks.
same hand, though, I'm quite excited because that means maybe they won't do that again, and maybe as the season progresses, we'll see different challenges.
Yes, hopefully.
Because
New ones.
the choreography and lip syncing one is out of the way already.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree.
It gives us a chance to get to know each of them as well. I think that was the whole point of like
I didn't mind it so
having
much.
each one do a verse about themselves and stuff like that.
so like
I'm Rock'em Zucker.
On
I'm
this-
here to make it. No, sorry.
on this like Fossey thing though. So like Sherry says to the camera like she gets like all up in arms. She's like, "Is it not a Fossey challenge?" kind of thing. It's like no, like any Drag Race challenge. It's not actually about like the core like.
It
concept
was though
of it.
because the song is very reminiscent of Chicago.
But like basically, you could like who did something like Dahlia, for example. She did like something that was like nothing. She made like a noise for half of her one. Like exactly. It's basically as long as you entertain. And, like that's what I'm saying. Like it doesn't really matter as long as you.
But they
entertain.
didn't know that, and we didn't know that until the end of the episode. Like they think it's gonna matter, so they're gonna think, they should
That's
make
what
it
I'm
more
saying,
fussy.
but
Like
by this point in Drag Race, you should like know that like it doesn't really matter.
it
As long as
does
you're
though.
entertaining.
It
As long
does
as you're
though.
entertaining.
They're gonna be red if they don't do it fussy like.
I don't think for this first challenge.
I don't think they gave a
But
shit.
we
I
are.
don't think they gave a shit. Yeah.
And so Suki Kim was saying that all the drama about that bit, I don't remember even seeing anything that they were rehearsing.
In
No,
the
Majority
thing,
of- and I do wonder on these challenges whether they even ever come up with their own routine.
But I was gonna say, as
The
one of my main
comes
notes,
straight
in.
there's no, they didn't show them writing it or like recording it at any point.
No,
At least in episode 1, they sort of like, what's weird though, is in episode 1, they sort of showed them writing it and like
There was
drew some emphasis to
a
it.
30
It wasn't
second
very
clip of
much,
them writing on
yeah.
a pad.
It wasn't very much, but they gave like a minute or so or whatever to
Like,
write
to write
it.
a rap and then perform it.
Yeah,
and
Dan, I
record
was
it
to say, I completely
would
agree with
normally
that,
be a
but
thing.
does it not feel weird editing wise to like draw some attention to that in episode 1 but draw literally no, like not even mention in episode 2?
It's
Well,
not
yeah.
even a thing.
Is that not weird?
they did they had so much focus on like, are we going to do this simple choreography or this?
Yeah.
And then like all talking about, we're going to walk in like this. They started sitting.
I think it's because there was. I think there was more drama in
Right.
the choreographing bit in this episode than there was in the other. So that's why they dedicated more time.
I think we're being
To the
like,
drama.
Even then.
this is all pre-done. I think
So-
we're being
Well,
like,
yeah, because
Someone comes in and is like, right, thanks for
I think so.
filming
yeah.
a bit of drama.
I
We're now
think
going
so.
to do this.
Well,
routine."
it's good. It's like, how did they do the choreography for the challenge? Like, where did that come from? They literally had nothing by the end of the.
I
And
know
the fact that
exactly.
they've also,
Oh, yeah.
and the fact they've got to write and record a rap
Yeah.
or a thing
Yeah.
as
Yeah.
well, like,
Exactly, in 2 days.
and do another outfit for the
Yeah,
runway.
it's,
like-
it's no,
No,
yeah,
because
it's
that's the whole thing. There was someone I think on Hey Queen or some other thing from season 9 where they did the cheerleader challenge. And in the episode, it looks like they literally do like 5 minutes of cheerleading, go home, and the next day have to do the full
Uh-huh.
routine. Whereas they said like we were rehearsing like full on for 3 days.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like they do
And that was
because obviously you don't want to
rehearsed. It was
produce like shit TV, right? So
Yeah.
But sometimes they take it so far, you're like, I don't believe this.
That's it.
anymore.
That's my point.
And, like,
yeah.
The good reality TV it can be staged where you don't see it. And that was like, fucking hell, really? Like, we know this has been done by a
Yeah.
professional. Because that was a slick performance. And like last week, the raps were really good.
But also,
the whole thing was amazing.
You can tell when they want them to do well and when they don't. Actually, maybe they leave them to hang and then mistakes do happen.
Yeah.
Which you can also kind of tell.
I don't think there's any saving BB though in All Stars.
And they really lingered the camera on her like being dropped.
Oh, being dropped, like full dropped.
Bless her.
Okay, so my next note is Aiden.
drama
So
with-
much fun learning the
What?
choreo.
Who?
Aiden.
Yeah, Aiden's like the worst. Like he's just like
Yeah.
I look really sad.
no, it wasn't cute. It was just like being. He's like a little kid, but in an annoying
Oh.
way. Yeah,
That's
like,
exactly how you
Why is
behave
my
every
life
time
so
you do any kind
hard?
of exercise.
that's the,
How is
Really
that
watch that
different?
again.
Because there's no competition.
He annoys you because you're similar to him.
Yeah.
I'm not similar. to Aiden.
Ah!
I'm not.
Oh.
That's
I
not right.
think
Thank
that
you.
is a
No,
fair
No,
point.
I'm not.
I think
That's
that's a
not
fair
true.
point.
That's just untrue.
Literally every time, like anytime we try to exercise or like stretch in any
It's
sort
a
of
stretch.
capacity,
I exercise. I don't stretch.
you are moaning throughout
True.
and just like defeated. You are Aiden Zane.
You are Aiden Zane.
In that one
Yeah,
circus.
Of
it's-
Aiden Zane fame.
Grant. Oh my god, you could be like a family because like he's like Enzane and you're wild. You're
Zane and Wild.
I hate
Insane.
I hate
I'm also so can I just really want to appreciate Cos doing like the BB rap, like the like Ratatouille Calico stuff on the comments. Thank you.
Well done.
This is a
I'm
service.
Lucy, bitch.
That would have been a better lyric,
It would have
really.
been.
Sorry,
Okay.
Grant, we're moving on.
So it was still on rehearsal. So Jada's attitude.
Jada's being a
In
dick.
fairness, the rehearsals felt that long, didn't they?
Jada was being a dick.
Jada
I
is,
did this.
is the
I
villain.
suggested this. Like, no, you didn't.
I mean, I do think she's being a bit negative
I'll
about it,
tell
but I
you
also do
what,
think I kind of get it. Like she's
She
actually
gets kind of like blocking it.
But then she was doing that annoying thing of like.
Okay, hold on.
on.
Why did you get it, Bob?
well, not like fully. Like I still do think she's being a bit.
No.
whiny.
Don't sit on the fence.
Okay, my overall, I
You
thought
ride
like
that
she's about to be on the
fence.
main stage for the first time. She wants it to be right. And I feel like she's so poised in so many other ways. Like,
Uh-huh.
I can see her not wanting to go up and like fuck it up. But I will say that I do think she's a bit negative about it all.
But I could see how you would get frustrated if
Yeah.
you're like trying to like follow something and people like keep like throwing new ideas.
No,
and
bitch,
changes.
come on. She was negative from the outset.
Yes,
she was
I'm
like,
gonna
raise
she
that.
was
I'm
like,
gonna
no,
raise
but
that.
please don't make it too complicated because if some of us don't know any
Yeah,
of
she
this
hasn't
shit, la
even
la 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 la.
tried yet.
Yeah.
And then when things were going to shit like they will naturally go on the first week, they don't know each other. She was more than ready to throw all the shit. I told you so, la 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 la.
Yeah.
Bullshit.
And I hate all that.
Villainess
Mm.
out.
And like she didn't volunteer to.
I'm
She
Horatio.
didn't volunteer to
I think
help.
that's
She
a
was
bit
being a
much.
bitch.
I agree.
I
I
think
think
she-
burner.
And it was all that reverse of like, oh,
She
I
was
said
preparing
this.
herself for it.
Killer,
I said it.
arrested, disqualified.
Yeah, fully disqualified.
Jada's disqualified. No, I
Um,
think she's amazing. What?
oh, my next note
She's
is
trouble
about
though.
rehearsal.
She's trouble. She's gonna be trouble.
Okay. So my next note is about Jan's boy look. Why is she painting her brows on so
Oh,
high
she's-
still?
Don't
Huge.
know why.
But she's painting on her brows like if she's doing drag still. You can see like
Ah,
her brows,
yeah,
like,
yeah,
when
yeah.
she's shaved, and she paints them like up here still.
Yeah.
I think that's
As a
what
boy.
makes her look so
Why not?
excited because she's like
Yeah, it's too
surprised.
much.
She wants
Yeah,
to appeal
it's
to
surprise.
boys as well.
She can do
I
what she
guess.
But it just looks.
She's much
Surprised.
better
It makes her
looking
look
without the
surprised.
eyebrows.
Yeah, that's why. That's what I'm saying. Because she paints them too high.
Yeah. Well,
That's my
don't
point.
paint him at all. Just
It's no point. Carry on. Like we don't care about that.
Okay.
I do.
Yeah, thank you. Okay, next note is Rockham bringing that trauma out the gate.
Really early on, but like
Yeah.
bless her, that is a
Yeah,
lot.
well, that's a
That
lot.
is a lot.
It felt quite sincere as well. It wasn't like, oh, here we go.
But
Like,
why did
Why
it's
is
not
she
like
being
someone went,
louder?
so tell me about your dead parents. Have any one's parents died? Like, you know when they do it, like, it's like, what do we call it? Like the Long Island Medium, where someone's like, any
Yes.
deaths? Does the name John mean anything? And someone's like, you know, like, it's always like that in the episode.
But you
But
don't know,
like-
maybe the producer was like, does anybody like crack? And then
Meth,
like,
meth,
"Meth."
anyone?
She's not like
And she
crystal
was
method
like,
yet.
no.
There we go.
Oh, yeah.
who's got
Well,
a strong
yeah.
health trigger about being in charge of a group?
But like,
Anyone?
but no, I mean, Rockham, like, oh my god, I would date the fuck out of Rockham out of drag.
You're
really
just
cute.
so excited about Rockham
I
in so
fucking-
many levels.
On
aren't
every
you?
level.
He's cute.
Like he's
Every
tripping. I can
level.
tell you because my elbow is there and he's tripping.
It's
Around.
just, if you see the elbow just raising over the
Yeah.
But no, I mean, like,
He's
oh my
really
god,
cute. He's
like
lovely.
so cute, so funny, and like.
I mean, I
goofy.
like muscles, so I like him.
Yeah, yeah.
And the meth.
so goofy, so
I
violent.
don't see any muscles. Kurt says I don't see any muscles. And he lifts 375 kilograms with the leg press. Kurt,
Arms and
what's
bum.
going on with you? Like,
Everyone, silence. Yes, is a really important, profound point to make. Honestly, it's going to be very moving.
Get ready with your wow,
Okay.
everybody.
It's going to be very moving. Everyone, yes, don't
I
be shy.
said, do you think there's a connection between her name Rock and the meth thing?
oh,
Yes, why did you say that?
Oh,
That's not a
That's what the M stands for.
That's what the M stands
such hate.
You guys are the worst.
Trolling Rock and Sakura
You don't
already.
know. No, you
Why
sometimes
did
turn
you
your trauma.
say
You
that?
turn
Oh
your
my
trauma into something
Why did you
like
say that?
like
I'm
Trixie.
shocked.
She should call herself Rock M Closet. 'cause
Oh
that
my
would be-
god.
Oh god!
Rock
M
and pipe.
Closet.
Like, what?
You've been disqualified.
You've been disqualified. Jazz.
You turn your trauma into humor.
Wow.
Like Trixie did.
Like Trixie, yeah.
Wow.
But if that was the case, it'd be like Rock and Pipe, innit?
Oh!
What? Just, oh my god.
All of our careers.
But can I just
I'm gonna take
reiterate?
an apology to
Can I just reiterate?
Rock and spoon.
You're the worst.
Can I just reiterate though? Like, she is literally my favourite of the season.
She
Oh,
really is.
mine.
I love her.
Mine
She's
too.
awesome.
Lovely.
We love her.
She
I
would
think
love
she
that.
really
No.
Even before I saw her out of drag, I was like, I literally fucking adore her. And I saw her out of drag, and like, I am literally so team Rock, like Rock, and it's unreal.
I feel like she would laugh at this.
She would love it. She has such.
Rockham, if you're watching this, we love you. And it was
We love you,
funny.
Rockham. I really, you're my number one favorite now.
Same.
After, yeah.
She really is.
Like,
And
I
she-
really like the promo one, but I'm like totally invested in Rockham now.
Same,
Yeah.
same.
and her-
Even
I
if she
hope
doesn't
her
win, she's probably
family's
gonna get
okay.
discongeniality or something.
I do.
Yeah, me too.
I hope-
Okay,
I hope
right,
everybody.
anyway.
Okay, yes, thank you for all that hate.
Right. Okay.
Wasn't hate.
Jesus.
So-
That's how I deal with.
On to the and with 8 people as well. On to the main challenge.
Right, that's quite high.
On to the main challenge. Literally, my time. So like the verses and like dances and shit. Should we talk about that?
No.
Yeah.
I mean, apart from Dahlia's, which is just hilarious.
I really like
Probably-
Dahlia's.
Yeah. What I really love is that they did pick her up on the fact that she's like, I won titles, I'm from the city of sin.
That's so funny. Yeah.
You're just like clutching at cliches, aren't you?
Michelle was
Which is-
like, "Show me the receipts."
Yeah.
which is great.
Literally.
Although I do think they are again
Yes.
being quite selective. Because you know what, like, because Jada says something like, "Oh, I'm here to win," and they're like, "We just really feel like we've got to know you." And then like Dahlia's like, "I'm here
But
to
this is
snatch
my
the crown."
that's my other
And
main
they're like,
note.
"I just don't know you."
That's what I know. This is my other main note. Like Jada, I thought was extremely unlikable from her rap. Extremely unlikable.
Really?
What was the thing? again?
100%. She was like the whole thing. Like
The booty thing and all that.
I thought it was quite
it was just
fun.
like super arrogant. No, it was just like
She was good.
cliches.
It was a bit
arrogant
cliche. It was cliche.
arrogant cliches. And like that's not new fun.
She reminds me of
Likeable.
Akira in the same way. She was really cocky and all of that. And Akira did go places in the end. But
But Kiri had like something else that like made it work to an
Kiri
extent.
was
no,
funny.
she had
Like,
arrested. She was arresting bitch face as well. Like
Yeah, but she was like goofy. I think maybe that was it.
She
at the same
was.
time.
Kiri
I
had,
think she,
like-
but Jada has the potential of being
I
goofy.
think
We
so, I
haven't
agree.
seen that.
I agree. I think
We
I
have-
can warm to her.
she's
we have
gonna be
Ward.
fine.
I don't see any goofy potential.
I would.
think she
Hey,
was
Ward.
lesbian.
I
Yes.
could. I think I could warm to
Oh,
Jada, but I think like so far, I think she's just come across as like objectively unlikable. Like she's
Same
very
for me.
moany and like bitchy in the rehearsals.
I
Her
really
verse
don't
was
get
really
that
like
She's got-
arrogant and like.
But I think she's got a lot of
unlikable.
fun stuff to her. Like she's really quick.
I can see it.
I don't see
So
any
where?
fun in Jada.
No.
Like,
Like,
I don't know
even-
where you're seeing.
Well, I don't know. Something I did like was when Rue said something like, "Oh, you know, are you related to whatever?" And she's like, "Not yet." I just thought that was quite a funny,
That's
quick
one
reply.
like, funny thing.
But like, she's fun.
I think she's fun. I think she's funny. I think she's not unlikable at all. And I think
Why
when
don't you guys marry her?
well, I should. And then I
Yeah,
think
go on.
at
Marry
the-
those shoulders.
Go and be on her stream.
Exactly, one shoulder each.
Also, when Sherry was bringing shade at Untucked.
Oh
no!
Sorry, everyone, stream over.
Fucking hell.
Not really. Continue.
Oh my god, that's
Half
so
an hour
back
early
here.
as well.
When
Go
Sherry
ahead.
was being shady at Untucked, she dissipated the shade and she was like, "Oh, but we did well, and that's that." Yeah, I thought she was fun.
She's gonna bring a lot of drama. This Jada.
well,
But
I like a lot.
she's
of
really
drama.
talented. I think she's gonna. I think there'll be a few challenges
enough.
where she kills it.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think so.
I mean, they're eating her up already. So
So,
I think it's very telling that Grant is coming for the only black
sorry,
girl that's.
are we eating or like we're halfway through?
You guys
All
can
right.
like we can just continue if you guys want to get food out and start eating.
Turning into a
The
mukbang.
ties are
We've
right.
got 9 viewers. We're going to keep it going.
Yeah,
We have to keep it
We're
going.
almost done though.
Okay,
Yeah, no, to be
Yeah.
fair,
Do you have a
we're-
microwave if it goes cold?
Yeah,
We'll be fine.
Okay, great.
So
The only one I would say
Yeah.
Rockham.
Take this off.
Rockham's was the dance, I guess,
Oh,
that
sorry, let me just do that.
was the only one I'd want to comment on because it was fun, and
I
then they
thought-
really slagged it off.
They totally say that. I thought Rock
I was
as well.
watching it, smiling my face off when Rockham
Yeah.
said that thing.
Yeah, exactly.
I was like, oh, you didn't like it.
Rockham, I thought, was also really like every time, even when it wasn't on, like it wasn't her moment.
Yeah.
She was acting the fuck out of it in the
She
background.
was.
Like she was doing
Yeah.
like really goofy, like high
Because Sherry
kicks.
had like called her over and she was on the edge and she'd forgotten, and like it was all
Yeah,
really
yeah.
nicely done.
Right.
And
It
he
was
didn't
like-
mention any of it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and there was
I know.
obviously this is very much Sherry's wheelhouse. She did actually kill it, I think.
And they boiled it all down to a fart joke. It's like,
Yeah.
for fuck's sake.
Yeah.
come
But a
on.
really well executed. I mean, I don't
Whereas
necessarily
Aiden
like.
Yeah, it
yeah,
was
wore like a
fun.
lemon dress.
But
and
no,
we
but
love
like
to-
the challenge was show us who you are. That's who she is.
Yeah.
And the lyrics were the smartest ones.
Yeah.
With the funny action.
Yeah, and then that whole thing of like I paint this much so I can mask my feelings of inadequacy.
Yeah,
They didn't mention the-
Yeah, that was so funny. Yeah.
Like, I don't really have the reaction of just I sat on my own yesterday, just like smiling because it was so good,
Yeah.
expecting them to be like that was amazing, and then they were like, "Oh, Michelle Lazar suddenly decided she had loads of."
Well, I
Classy
think you're taking it the wrong
values,
way. I
oh,
think
you
Michelle
farted.
was saying that stuff very tongue in cheek. She was like kind of like trying not to laugh as she was saying it. I think she was like drawing attention to it like more of a light-hearted, tongue in cheek kind of way. I don't think she's like, "What are you doing? Like, this is wrong." She's
But
more
then,
like,
no, but then
soccer,
also
what-
She
you
said,
know,
we
like-
don't, she said we don't know you from that, and I'm like, but
she said
But
about
that's-
Any of them
Rockham was
from
just
that.
being like a goofball.
she said about Rockham, did she?
I think she was
I
saying
don't
that
think she
as
said that. About
I
Rockham.
think they have a problem with Rockin because she's loud and she's just a bit too much. But I think she's the whole package. Well, so far she's very funny.
I agree.
She turns looks.
well.
She can look fashion, and that dress with all the tube was amazing.
Oh,
I am
wow.
with Michelle. It was the other one
Wait,
who
we're going
was
to talk about
against
that.
it.
We're going to
Rose.
talk about that.
Okay.
Okay, so
Mr.
first of all,
Organization.
on this chat,
Fucking hell.
you get it.
Stop talking.
Stop.
You're structured
Oh my
person.
god.
Stop talking in this stream where we
Structured
talk.
talk.
As someone who's had a lot of gas lately, I felt seen and valued.
That's been going on for a long
Making
time.
that
It's representation.
Everyone's saying they love Jan's rap thing.
Okay, I didn't.
I didn't either. Like, that corny high note, like, what's that about? Like,
Yeah.
It was alright. It wasn't. I wasn't like violently. I didn't like it.
I agree with the
So-
judges that she was trying to do too much
She was.
in
Yeah.
30 seconds.
I'm-
yeah.
And also, I mean, going back to the Fossey, if this had been a challenge to do Fossey, she would have been in the bottom because it wasn't anything like Fossey.
Yeah.
There was like nothing fussy
Yeah, there was
about
nothing
it at
fussy
all,
about
But
it.
that doesn't matter.
apart from them being on chairs.
That's the thing.
But like, but it matters selectively.
She was being a cheerleader
Yeah,
and
exactly.
this and that and
Exactly.
belting notes.
But I actually think Ross was. I think that was like. This is why I quite like Ross as a judge. Some of his advice I think is really nice for the queens. Like with Jan being like, do one thing at a time, slow it down. Like you've got this.
Yeah.
I actually think it was really
I
great
know, but
advice
that-
for Jan.
It's
But
useful.
but they're gonna latch into that now.
Oh, they
like,
are.
oh, you're trying to do too much and you're in the bottom.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
it's like,
yeah.
But
for
we'll
fuck's
see,
sake.
Hello.
guys. We'll see.
It's this
We
weird
It's so
narrative
predictable
they
now.
build.
Yeah.
Yeah.
it is.
Okay, should we move to runway?
Yeah.
need to
Yeah.
do runway.
If that's
Runway.
what's on your
And
list
this is
now.
the fifth outfit for each contestant.
Yes.
That's the- Actually, it literally is the fifth outfit.
So I like the other gang got Sparkles as their one, didn't they? And these guys got Tool.
So stupid. I hated the runway generally. I didn't.
Really?
Yeah, I really hated
I think
it.
that's some fun
Tool
ones.
is not a nice material. Like it doesn't look good.
No.
Let's all remember
None of the dresses
Vanjie.
look that great.
Unless,
There's no
like-
Vanjie
Tool.
chose Tool, and that's why she became famous.
True.
Let's all remember.
Like,
There's
unless
Tool going
I
season
wonder, I
3.
wonder, like, if I'd had this, I would have like just used a really little bit, or like got like
Well, like
embellishments
Jan
of it.
did, because Jan
The
made a
whole,
thing
whole
out
thing
of
was still like tool type material, like to see through.
Yeah, yeah.
it. Wasn't
Which
like
is why I thought it
big,
was really
poofy.
Because you not done like latex, some sort of material, just like had embellishments at all. Would that
That's
not
why
be
I actually
enough?
think Jada's was the best
Maybe.
because it was the least
No, it
tool.
depends on how
was
you
shaped.
say it.
Maybe we should go through instead of
One
going
one.
through each one.
Let's just
maybe
chat over
each
each
of
other.
us say who was our
You know what?
favorite.
After
Yeah,
all these
right.
years making all this stream, I'm just surprised that World of Wonder hasn't taken any notice of all the feedback we're giving them.
I know.
I know.
We do this
Thank you
every
very
week.
much. I know.
Like we tell them what to do every time they keep doing the
Yeah.
same shit.
I know.
I know.
All right.
I know.
Should we do this?
Disgraceful.
So
Yeah.
each one of us says who is our favorite runway.
Yeah.
And
And
our
to
least
look at-
favorite.
Shall I go first and then one
Yes,
second?
please.
Okay. So
Oh, most
Just for the
okay.
Rockham by a mile. I
Yeah.
loved them. I absolutely loved the makeup. I think the makeup was great for this. The lip was really cool as well. Like the pastel, pastel queen. So I absolutely loved it. I thought it was great. I thought it was clever, like clever shape as well. Haven't really seen that before.
Yeah.
All the others didn't really like, but Rockham loved.
Okay. Yeah, I think Rockham was definitely my favorite. I agree with Michelle. Like, I think it still had a silhouette, and it was
Absolutely.
gorgeous. And the least favorite, I think everyone looks alright.
Who was your least favorite? They all merged. I thought like just it's such a boring challenge, and it all kind of merged into one for me. Apart from Jan, which they're pointing out, I thought Jan's creatively was extremely clever.
Although she definitely doesn't know what like the tool does. Like she was using like a spanner on a light.
It was cute though. It was very drag. Like, she just sad
it's
face.
not working.
Like,
I'll just deep throat it. Like, I mean, I admire that as a.
I like all of those things.
That's a standard.
How about you, Horatio?
So I loved Rockham. Yeah. So that was my favorite. My least favorite was Dahlia Seton because she looked like a cheap version of Julia Roberts. And there was not that much tool. There were those high boots. Like if there's a boot runway, that should have been on your boot runway. Her makeup wasn't right. Like maybe what Ross said, maybe a bit, not too much. Or she just looked cheap, like a hooker from
I like that. But she's supposed to be like Banshee. That's kind of the point. Yeah, I liked it.
I didn't like it.
I didn't like the look, but I liked her head.
Yeah.
And actually, I think she will be in the bottom
far.
soon. Because I don't think there's that much in there.
Yeah, I'm not sure she's a winner.
I think they're going to get very tired very quickly of her looks just being just sex in that sense of just being like. I mean, like, don't get me wrong, she does it very well, but I think I don't think she's necessarily showing enough versatility so far.
I feel like you're just talking about me now.
But well, we've already had like everyone like talking about being versed up on the chat earlier, which is really lovely. So
who was your favorite?
Who's my favorite? So I really loved Rockham, and I think Jada was really quite cute.
Yeah, as tool goes.
Yeah, I think it was really shaped. I thought it was really well put. Like it was a gorgeous, like subtle yellow.
Love the pink nails.
It was all I thought really well put together. Like I get why she was in the top two. Maybe not necessarily my top two, but I get it. I'm trying to remember everyone else's. I thought it was nice that Aiden at least like changed it up in terms of wigs and look.
Yeah,
they gave a subtler, like gentler look.
But your favorite's Rock.
Yeah.
And your least favorite.
What did Sherry wear again? I'm trying to remember what Sherry's was.
It was actually quite nice. I think.
Her makeup was quite nice.
And I like that she constantly had her like little fingernails out like this. I thought it was kind of a cute little add-on to the look.
Very Alison.
Yeah.
That's what Alison would do.
Let's move on. Dan.
I thought Jada's was the best. I thought it was really lovely. Like, it was really classy. It was really shaped, especially for tool. Like it looked like.
Did you not like Rockham? Or
it was okay. Like it looked a bit. It reminded me a little bit of Soju from last year. Like it was just big, but it did lead to what I think is probably the best drag race joke in any series.
What?
Like any man that Michelle's dating, you're going to get swallowed. It's so funny. And like, sorry, but I think like we're desensitized to Aiden, that we're trying to be nice, but that was the same old shit that like Layla McQueen would have cracked out.
Yeah,
like it was average.
Yeah, I agree.
But we're all being nice.
I'm not. I
don't mind Aiden. Like I felt sorry for him, and like, but I thought all his outfits were pretty shoddy.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I was like, I thought I liked that Jan mixed it up and was at least funny.
Yeah, I didn't think the outfit was that nice. Like it was a pretty basic like suit, but the tool thing was kind of fun.
Suitikin has a really cool idea. So like Suitikin would have done a suit in tulle with a Victorian frock on the neck. That's a good point. Why do we not have any kind of Victorian
like a ruff? Like
because they're American.
Oh yeah, true.
Layla who?
Exactly.
My next note is Robin all right, please?
Like a bit subdued, right?
Like something was going on.
Swedish people are
Swedish.
Something was going on with her.
Swedish people are funny like that.
But like, yeah,
I don't know much about Robin.
I was kind of feel bad that like, obviously, like overall, Nicki Minaj
come for Robin.
Do you know any Swedish people?
Yeah, actually, I do. I genuinely do.
Okay.
She's just not like a larger than life character. She's just a singer. She's an artist.
What do you mean?
Yeah, to be fair to Robin, she's never been like particularly verbose. She just does her music.
Yeah.
She was very subdued.
But what do you mean? In what way?
She seemed a bit odd.
She loved.
No, but like the stuff she was saying, just didn't. I don't know. Like it didn't really make too much sense. It wasn't really. Didn't really add anything. It was
like
what?
Like,
I'm literally sweating on me.
I know. I'm really sweating. So sorry.
We need to wrap this up.
But I could just quickly say, like, do you find it a bit odd as well? Because like, obviously,
she seemed very nice.
Nicki Minaj is such like a worldwide superstar, and Robin is obviously big. But like, I do find it a bit bad that like they had this whole thing with Nicki Minaj walking up,
Yeah.
introducing Drag Race, and then
Oh my
Robin's
God.
just there, like it's Robin
Oh my God,
and
it's
Tandy
weird.
Newton. Like we've actually got a second person.
It was. I mean, that wasn't like a
Let's lose
huge
the
effect
phone
on
because
this
it's
episode.
just too much.
No.
Sit there. I'm gonna sit.
Like the fact that they
So
rap
you can
with
sit on
Nicki
me.
Minaj and then they did Fosse with Robin. Come on.
I don't know what you're talking about.
They could have done like
She
a
was
Swedish
fine.
pop.
Yeah, I'd have loved like a little like electro pop banger.
Yeah, that would have been fun.
Yeah, it's like a bit of a weird choice. Okay, so actually,
Can we talk about Nicki Minaj actually?
Well, sure, okay,
Last
we'll talk
week.
about
Nicki Minaj
episode
was
one.
great. As
But
a
wait, we'll
judge.
talk about episode one afterwards, right?
Oh, really?
Oh,
Is
okay,
it- don't we want to do that?
Oh yeah, good point.
Yeah.
First
Sorry,
of all,
everyone.
First of all, lip sync.
Okay.
Jada was shit. Why did she win? I don't
Yeah.
get it. Like, she did nothing.
I really like Sherry Pie's lip sync.
She
Yeah,
did,
me
like,
too.
Jada literally did fuck all in that lip sync and then just won. Like,
I
She did-
think there's something going. There's a trend here. Clearly, what counts to win a lip sync is doing the splits and doing this and the
like,
death drop and all of
did
that.
one.
If you do those things,
It
then
didn't
you're
fit.
guaranteed to win.
Yeah, and
Because-
Rue is like, oh
I'm
my
sorry.
gosh.
I'm sorry, but I know it wasn't her time to go probably. But Monet Exchange versus Cameron Michaels, no way, Jose, that Cameron Michaels did a better job.
I
of that.
agree.
What else? Also, Monet Exchange with Naomi Smalls on that, memorable. Naomi Smalls, all she did was throw herself on the floor. Monet Exchange was much more studied. She should have won that one.
I agree.
This is
Don't enable his Monet Exchange.
and this
bias,
is
Bob.
and Sherry Pie was emoting so much more and doing a better job. And last week as well, Gigi Good was doing much more interesting things. The only thing is that we don't want to do was like shaking her bones up and
Yeah.
doing weird shit.
And, like, I
Why
thought
does that come
Sherry's
off?
was really clever. Like, some of the expressions was very like,
clever.
it was like a friend
It was
giving
really
advice,
good,
and then the rotary
Yeah.
phone.
Yeah.
Like, and then Jada won because she did some fucking splits.
I
Like,
agree.
it was bullshit.
Exactly.
I agree. I
Justice for Sherry. Oh shit!
I don't understand.
Maybe not.
I just don't get it.
In
Yeah.
the top 2 and top 2. I don't understand why Jada won lip sync. I just don't get it personally.
Because of the splits.
But I also
Yeah,
think
it's exactly. This is
But why was Jada even in the top 2? I don't get that either.
That's what I'm saying. I think that's
What did
that's what I'm
Jada
saying.
do to be in the top
That's
2?
what I'm saying. Don't get it.
I mean, yeah, I have a
heard-
lot of thoughts on that. Like, I kind of feel like I would have loved to have seen Rockham.
That should have been Rocket.
Yeah,
but they turned the
Jan.
photo
Rockham and
into
Sherry,
negative,
maybe.
and then she wasn't.
Yeah.
allowed to
Rockham
be.
definitely.
Yeah.
Especially it's based on a rumble.
Rockham and Sherry would have been fine. It would have been a much more exciting lip sync.
Yeah. I
And
agree.
actually, it just made me think Jada's going to be a really boring lip syncer because that was shit. Like, it was
Didn't
really
However-
Okay,
substandard.
that wasn't shit.
I think I
It's
also
way
think
too much. She didn't read up.
It
The
didn't
main thing of
say
lip
that.
sync
This
is.
high into a split.
I could do that.
Can you?
I don't want to do it. I
Normally
could.
does.
I don't want
But
to.
why is it just all about the splits?
I
Where is the
know.
interpretation?
I
She
think done this.
was conveying.
I've
emotion.
never seen
Silence!
The main thing that makes good lip sync is reading the song and then like
Emote
emoting
it.
that song.
That's
Yeah.
the fucking
That's what I'm
look.
saying.
I also
Like,
think-
Sherry like proper narrated that song. It was really interesting and like
yeah.
I agree.
it.
Is that
Yeah.
your
But I think
sweat?
maybe Sherry lost it as well at not moving much
No.
early on. So I think it was a bit easier to kind of like pigeonhole the lip sync early on as like Sherry just emoting and not really owning the stage. I mean, I think she did some really great and fun things in that lip sync that I thought were really fucking clever. But I think it's also that she didn't like Jada was like just running around.
Like she did. She went up to the bat. She took off her dress, which was bigger than like it should have been to dance in. Like how many times have we seen that happen?
Yeah.
Then she came back down, threw her legs on the ground.
I
and
think
then
you guys
pointed
expect
a
If you want to
too much
if you
from
want to
the
lip sync, win a lip sync, just throw your legs on the ground. That's
Yeah,
all you need
seriously,
to
just
do.
do a death
It's
drop.
like, for
Rue will
fuck's
act
sake.
like she's never seen a death
It's
drop.
almost like
I do love that every time Rue's really surprised by Death Drop.
Oh
like,
my
whoa!
God!
Like Carson meme, isn't it?
Yeah, even
Someone's
like,
like-
us as viewers are like underwhelmed by it.
I'm so underwhelmed by that
death drops.
Death Drops. Thank you.
Yeah.
Does it say Death Splits?
Someone's like, you have to take gymnastics to become a drag queen.
Where's Amber?
Yeah, and like it's,
Oh yeah, where is Amber?
Someone else.
oh.
Maybe it's a,
Oh, I don't actually.
Amber's
like this
there.
song.
Oh.
maybe
You
it's
can see Amber's
an,
legs.
maybe it's an English thing because here we don't see that shit. Maybe we buy more into the interpretation and the singing
Which
and the
Sherry did a great job on. It was just
Yeah.
I just don't get.
Do we really want Sherry to win?
Well,
The whole
again,
thing.
it goes back to
yeah.
what we said at the beginning. Is I'm critiquing the act and the performance,
Wow.
not Jada should won because Sherry
I think I
Sexually
should.
assault.
The only girl is standing because it's International Women's Day, so that's why she's standing.
Exactly.
She's
Above all the
protesting.
men.
Also, I've got
Exactly.
But
sweat
also,
on.
it's just quite painful.
That's my arse.
That is.
Oh.
That is your ass.
It can't be. I'm not
Bum
supposed to
sweat.
be
You told me off for not washing my
That's
hands.
it.
I know, I'm riddled now.
That's true.
That's it.
Oh my god, it's Amber!
Oh my god.
Hi, Amber.
She
I'm so
exists.
fucking happy that she's
I
there.
can't believe someone just said, "Where's Amber?"
And then she appears.
Did you tell her that
It's
we
like-
were gonna do it?
No.
Oh my god, she's
I-
such a fun.
I love that she just gets summoned. Someone's like, "Where's Amber?"
Where's
And Amber's just like,
You say her name 3 times in the mirror.
"My Amber senses are tingling."
She just appears.
I love that.
Oh, all
I
right.
can't read none of it.
She just joined.
Ambidextrous.
so-
Oh my god, ambidextrous.
Wait,
That's
I
her
love it,
name.
because I love what I'm going to ask. So, anything else about episode 2?
Anything else?
I'm really looking forward to like when they get together.
Rue looked
I
very
quite
good.
liked the Met.
Oh,
Really
really
good.
good
Yeah,
looking,
yeah.
yeah.
Right.
I like the Met. I like the kind of
Glenn,
joining the two
who's Glenn?
friends.
Hey,
Oh,
guys.
hey, Glenn.
Hello,
Hello.
Glenn.
Hey.
Wow,
Uh,
6
I'm
people.
better joining just in time
Just
for
in
us
time
to
for the end, yeah,
go.
exactly. So, anything else to say about episode 2?
I think it's gonna be interesting how it goes from now because you've had 2 like episodes with a lot crammed in,
The merit at the end.
and I do wonder if the next episode is going to be like 40 minutes of them like making a dress and failing at it. You know, like
Yeah.
well, actually, it's a comedy challenge.
It's a comedy challenge, so I can't
an
wait for
acting,
Jada to be
yeah.
hilarious. She better be.
She's not gonna be.
She's not gonna
No,
be.
I don't
I
think
think,
she will.
I think Jess is first.
Dahlia's going to be in the bottom for sure. I told you that now.
Yeah.
Aiden Zane.
Aiden's
Aiden Zane in a
No,
comedy.
Aiden is an actor.
Aiden in a comedy
Oh,
challenge.
heads.
Like, he looked like he was going to
I'm
cry
really
most of
not
the
yet.
episode, and then wore a lemon dress. Anyway, we'll see next week.
So, because
Oh my god,
course foods
Kurt,
arrive.
sorry, Kurt had a hookup plan that he missed because of this.
Ah!
That's dedication.
Oh, I don't
Wow.
do that. Don't go doing that. Go
I feel like
go
she's
get
have us
fucked.
on. Like, we would add to the mood 100%.
I love that like you'd be like in flagrante and they'd just
And
be
Susan as
like,
well.
I was like-
I'm meant to be going out for dinner and I'm late.
oh my
Yeah.
gosh,
Lee, we're wrapping up. We're
We'll wrap
Thanks
up,
for
we'll
joining.
wrap up.
Thanks for joining.
Any
So,
final thoughts?
Make them wait.
Well,
Make them wait. That's
We
all
don't
I
want
do.
to talk.
That's what I'm saying.
about it.
Because we have food, I'm fine. I'm not starving at all. But because we have food, do you guys want to
Well,
still
obviously,
recap
yeah.
episode 1?
Just very quickly. Just very quickly.
I'm
Okay,
down.
just go over
okay.
the queens overall. So,
So hiding closet, disappointing. Who's
Mm.
next? We don't want to do. Like
Really
the
much
other
better
way.
than I thought.
Yeah, much better than
I
we
don't,
thought.
I don't get the hype. I think I should maybe better than we thought, but I still don't think she was
Oh,
outstanding.
Widow was amazing.
Yeah,
I
I
thought
thought she
her-
was.
I thought she was very.
She did a crab
very
walk
strong.
and lip sync
That's
with her
awesome.
head like upside
What
down.
else?
Well,
Britta
I-
underwhelming as well. Britta.
yeah.
Yeah, Jackie Cox very
Yeah.
good. We
I
love
love
Jackie Cox.
her.
Yes.
Also, really cute apple drag.
We
I-
really
I-
Very
underestimated-
cute.
Very
Out of
cute
track.
out of
We
Yes,
really
yes,
underestimated
yes,
Jackie
yes.
Cox.
Who else?
And,
Who else? Who else? Jiji good. Very good.
Looks a bit like
She
Denise
did
Richards. which I
surprisingly
like.
good.
Very good.
Had a-
Very
Like
fashion.
Denise
She's a
Richards,
fashion
yeah.
queen. More than
She's
Nikki Doll. Nikki
no.
Doll, not so much. Like
I'm not into
she's
Nikki
okay,
Doll.
but like Nikki Doll.
Nikki
I
Doll
don't-
is fun for confessionals though, just because she's always a bit like she's so over it. She's like,
I agree.
but
She's a bit like-
I think everyone's a bit shit.
Well,
And you're like, great,
Yeah,
thanks,
I
Nikki.
love it.
I don't like her makeup. Don't like
Who?
Nikki Doll's
Nikki
makeup.
Doll.
Oh yeah.
Denise Richards. She's
I
got
like
a
it.
Gigi goodness about her.
GG.
Yeah.
I
And who are we missing? Oh, Crystal Method. I'm don't know what to think
Underwhelmed.
about Crystal Method.
Don't get it.
I really like the Freddie thing.
That was
Oh,
really
that's
Yeah,
so
that's
cool.
good.
The
Listen,
full
I really
runway.
liked her looks, but I'm really worried that she's just going to be like, oh my god, guys, I'm so kooky about everything. Because she like, there's a way of just being really kooky where someone's just naturally really eccentric, and like,
I
kind
think
of like
that is her.
Katia, where they're just kind of off and like out in their own little planet, and you love them for it. Whereas I feel like Crystal's always a bit like, oh my god, these guys just won't get me because I'm just so kooky.
I think
Such
she
a
looks
cake.
lovely out
I
of
don't think she said that. I don't think she said anything like that.
She is a
I think
bit
the
like,
big
oh, I'm
queen
crazy.
shit.
Like, a bit like when I say I'm really
Did she say
funny.
that?
Like,
Did she say that?
You still love
very
her,
defensive about
I
Crystal
think he's
Method.
thought like her. No, because I remember when she asked you
It's
came
like
into
when
the
girls
work
say
room,
like,
they're like, what
"Oh,
are
I like
you?
other girls."
Yeah, like, oh.
Michelle is
she
not.
didn't. But when she came to work,
Michelle is not gonna get her.
She just asked what sort of queen are you, and she said, I'm a comedy queen, like I'm a looks queen. She didn't say like, oh, I'm so kooky, I don't know what I am. She's like
Right.
Aiden would have said. She just said like, yeah, I'm comedy, I'm looks queen, I'm like whatever.
I'm
you
an
want.
actress.
Yeah, so she was like funny with it. She wasn't like trying to cook it up for the lads.
I think it'll be the first week when I really feel like we'll get more sincere critique from the judges and we'll really get.
Yeah, because this one's not sincere.
No,
like,
it's all literally like,
they would
you're
have-
great.
Yeah.
These ones are the
Yeah.
best ones.
Yeah, they let a
The
lot of
next
shit
week is
slide.
like,
Which-
go home, you piece of shit.
I want to see that like someone be
Yeah.
sent home because it's all been too nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's good to have 2 weeks to get them to
I
know
like
them.
this.
Yeah,
This is
yeah. It's a
interesting.
good,
Yeah.
it's a good twist.
Yeah.
We like it.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay, is that enough now?
Yeah, I had it.
Thank you for watching, guys, and for contributing. That was great.
Yeah, thanks for
Bye,
tuning in. Leave comments down below of any extra thoughts, and we'll continue that
We
conversation.
don't have any
yeah?
recommendations, do we? I don't have any.
I do. I
Go
have
on, man.
plenty. Watch The Outsiders, pretty cool, and also Hunters about Nazis and shit. And
Nice.
then and also I don't know, my upcoming sex tape. We'll see.
Hey.
I don't know if it's still on sale, but Days Gone on PS4 is actually a lot better than I thought it'd be.
What?
Yeah, so you come
For
like-
Amber says, hey.
Hey guys! Yay!
You guys, anything you want to say before we go?
Stay
Oh, CUNT.
What?
yeah,
Oh my
sure.
god, do we have time? I feel like I can't be bothered. Like,
Can we,
All
this
of
is the first
them
time I've
rock
done
'em.
it. Yeah, fair. All of them rock 'em.
rockin'.
Rock 'em gets all of them.
Okay.
Guys,
Oh.
don't do meth.
Oh. Ooh, okay. On that note.
I feel everyone wants to eat.
I
Suit
don't even want
Kit's got dinner.
Yeah,
Kurt's got-
chop me that.
Kurt's got a boy
Did you
waiting.
get
Like,
one?
Yeah.
Cause is saying you should get OnlyFans.
what could you
For your sex tape.
Yeah, for your house deposit.
I don't know about Yas so much, but her boyfriend is really worth the subscription fee.
Oh,
Oh my
wow.
God, totally.
Oh, I see. I
I'll be subscribing.
We're just going for the market.
My favorite thing is Grant's hovering over the end stream button and everyone else is just sat
Okay, you can go
You can
now.
see he's trying to be like, okay, we're gonna have like a natural ending, and the rest of us like,
No,
let's just keep chatting.
people are
about
dropping
it.
off now as well. It's getting embarrassing.
Bye.
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 Bye.